his intro. Oh, and I was muted. Hello, 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 everyone. I stole Darren's intro and his show today. This is the Tazz Takeover after the credits, episode number 107. How's everybody doing? Darren, how you feeling? You are muted, my friend.
I am also muted. Oh no, that's amazing. Tazz, thank you so much for having me. I've been wanting on the show for such a long time. You kept saying no, but
I'm glad the schedule's lined up.
No, this shall be interesting. I guess a little homework before I just hand the keys off to Tazz for the episode.
Okay.
Under the weather. We're in my COVID era, as one would say. COVID in the great 2026 is crazy to me. I've not heard of anyone having COVID in like 2 years, but here we are. But fun show ahead, guys. We have some news, some fallouts. I'm going to let Tazz kind of guide the conversation. I'll let you guys also guide the conversation. Obviously, y'all in the comments, keep those comments coming. Have these conversations. You get to contribute to kind of what we talk about today. It's a more chill version of the show. No Percy Jackson this week. I don't really see a reason since I'm the only one here who have seen it and I can't really talk that much. So we'll save it.
Talk about the original movie.
Sure. I don't want to do that, but
okay.
I mean, if you want to, go ahead.
No, that's fine. I haven't seen it in years.
Incredible.
But
yeah, so what's on the table today, Tazz? What's going on?
Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of stuff on the docket today. We've got quite a bit of news. Some of that news is kind of related to Fallout, so I'll save a little bit of that for later. Jeffrey, what's going on? Glad we can see the comments. So yeah, some of that news is related to Fallout. A lot of other things, very, very much so in the same realm. We've got some gaming news. I've got some stuff that I kind of threw in there as well. Gaming wise, more Prime Video stuff. Now, two Prime Video shows that we've got some info from this week, as well as a little bit of a very fun Star Wars news too, and something that's been kind of brewing in the background for at this point years. And it's nice to finally see a confirmation on that front. But yeah, before we kind of get into everything else, how's everybody in the chat doing? How you guys doing today? What you guys been watching? What you guys been up to? Jeffrey, what's going on? What's going on? Hello there.
It's a takeover we needed. Oh, no,
the takeover we needed.
Uh-oh. I guess people want me out.
I am the captain now.
Yeah. Send us for me. Yeah. You can see the comments, by the way. Comments have been back. It was just a fluke on like last week because like Party Nation Tuesday last week, it was fine. So I was like, I don't know what's up. It was just like a one-day thing.
There's a weird thing going on every week. Like, there's one little quirk every single week with StreamYard. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. It wasn't allowing us to see the local recordings after the stream, and then now it's been fine ever since. It's really weird. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it just decides to be weird.
I just watched it, Short Car. I just watched Knights of the Seven Kingdom. I wasn't sure if I was going to because I kind of fell behind a little bit. I didn't watch House of the Dragon season 2. But Knights of the Seven Kingdom was very good. It was a very, very good first episode. Maybe we'll talk about it more as the weeks progress once I can have more of a diaphragm to talk about it. But the first episode, I was kind of blown away with how fun that show was. It's very different than Game of Thrones. Are you a Game of Thrones guy, Taz?
I am not. It's one of those shows that I do want to get into at some point, but it feels like it's one of those that there's a big barrier to entry. Like, there's a lot of content, and until I'm ready to actually sit down and absorb everything, like it's not time to start it until I have the time to actually fully envelop myself in all that it is.
Yeah, I will say, like, so far at least with like the 3 we've gotten, there is a little bit of like enter any direction you kind of want. Like, I kind of feel like you can watch House of the Dragon without the other ones if you want.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe missing some lore and context for some of like the houses and the areas. Like, there's some things where it's like, oh, if you know that house name, then you're going to be a bit more invested. And even this show, I think you could easily watch, at least based on the first episode, you could easily watch this as your first kind of entry because there's such large gaps. Like, House of the Dragon is like 100 years before Game of Thrones, and this is like a large gap in between that as well. So it's like there's such
Okay.
large gaps. There's no like for now. I know they're planning on doing like spin-offs with individual characters and like from Game of Thrones that will be more like you clearly have to watch Game of Thrones. But
Oh, nice.
so far it's pretty self-contained, I'd say.
Good. Yeah. Again, it's something that I have to get into at some point. Like I said, I will get distracted though, right? Is I ended up, I will talk about this in a little bit, but I ended up watching a few things that have been on my list as well as a random new show that I just like saw a trailer for and I was like, yeah, you know what? It's 6 episodes. Let's go for it.
Netflix one?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but
Mhm.
I get distracted. I get sidetracked. Like I keep building up my list of shows and movies and things that I need to watch, and then every time either you mention something or somebody else mentions something, I'm like, oh yeah, I do still need to watch that thing.
Yeah, I really struggle with this week, and I guess maybe this can be a transition if you want to, of course, to like
Yeah.
things we watched this week because I had a
Yes.
weird week of like, what do I do now that I'm home from work for 5 days straight?
Yeah.
But I'm in a spot where I have so many things I've started and want to watch and need to watch. It's like I watch nothing because I can't
Yeah.
choose which one I want to commit to. So I'm like, I'll watch
Mhm.
one of this and then one of this and one of this. And it's like if I had just watched one thing, I could have got
Yeah.
through like a whole either season or maybe a couple seasons of TV over
Oh
the
yeah.
course of the last couple of days. And I barely got through anything, which sucks.
Oh yeah.
But
Same thing with games, right? Is like, oh, I want to start this new game or I want to continue this playthrough, but it's like, oh, I don't really have hours to sit here and really like envelop myself in this story. So I'm gonna just go play Call of Duty for like the 10,000th time and just, play a little bit there. And actually, I guess technically related to, there was a or not was, there is a Fallout Call of Duty collaboration right now. So you can play as Lucy, the Ghoul, and Maximus all in Fallout. They made a Fallout version of Nuketown as well. There's like a different game modes and things like that. They literally put the Deathclaw into zombies, which is really cool. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun event. People for the longest time have been talking about in COD is like, oh, the crossover skins don't make sense. The events don't make any sense. This is one that to me actually kind of does make a lot of sense. This is not the first time that Fallout has crossed over with Call of Duty. But I think this is the best example and probably the best like little event that they have done. Yes, it's still the same way that Activision does things, as it's very much so a cash grab for skins. But there is a lot of fun, legitimate gameplay content to go along with it. And if you're a fan of Fallout, I think that you'd really enjoy it. If you're a fan of Call of Duty and just a fan of the Fallout show, I think you'd really enjoy it. But yeah, no, I really liked it. I ended up playing a lot more of it than I thought. Unlocked all of my characters. Yeah, I dropped a little too much money just so I could have the Lucy skin in the game and have a little Volt Boy as my emblem. But hey, that's the state of COD right now, unfortunately.
incredible.
So yeah, but I guess back to what we have watched this week. Darren,
Sure.
what did you watch? Because I feel like I watched a little bit more.
Okay.
If you've we're bouncing around different things.
What did I watch? I did a bunch of different things. I started some things. I bought my first Pokemon game this week, which was fun.
Oh, okay.
I
Interesting.
bought I don't know, I've been waiting for a while. It's been like I asked my friend our friend Phil here recently. I'm like, I want to get into Pokemon. Where do I start as like a new fan? Want something a little modern, and he recommended me like one of like the modern like Pikachu games as like a starting point. And I haven't played much of it. I've only played the first like handful of minutes of it. But I was like, okay, at least I have it now, and I'll have it as like a background game. I wanted like a new Switch game. I have the Switch, but I don't have like a lot of like things that sit down and actually play on the Switch. They're more like party family kind of games, like the Mario parties, carts, and stuff like that. So that was fun. I've been watching the Mighty Nine, which was one of the big shows I missed in 2025. I don't know if you've heard of this show or not. This is a Prime Video show that is connected, not directly connected, but is kind of in the same realm as Vox Machina. I don't know if you've heard that. It's part of the like Critical Role D&D world, where it's like they're kind of adapting their D&D journey into animation form as a long-term storytelling. And that was really good. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like 2 left, but that I've been working my way through that. Um, watch some Fosters. That's a classic I'm a fan of. And then yeah, today I did Game of Thrones. I did the new Game of Thrones episode. I did Fallout today
Nice.
as well, which was like,
Okay.
oh, I need to watch it. I'm late. I need to watch it. 3 weeks.
I can't believe you keep waiting until like the last minute to watch it. Like if my schedule allowed me to stay up and watch it the moment that it came out, I would do it. I'm that invested right now.
I kind of like that though, because like I watch so much stuff sometimes that like by the time we get to talking about it, I'm like, wait, what happened in the episode? So I like it being like I literally watch it and now I'm here talking about it. It's so fresh in my mind that I can't forget anything. But oh, it's Phil's birthday. Is it really?
Yeah, you're right. I did. Yeah, I saw him post about it. Happy birthday, Phil.
Shit, I need to message him.
Shout out.
What up, Jake? How's it going, buddy?
Yo yo.
What did you watch? Tazz?
So I guess this is kind of going back to last weekend a little bit, but we'll count it. I watched the third Knives Out movie finally. I spent like 2 hours on the Stairmaster because I wanted to finish the movie. I will say I still think the first one is the best one.
Of what,
and
again?
I would Knives Out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still think that the first one is the best one. This one was like the impossible murder, right? That was kind of the whole premise of Knives Out 3. I did really like Josh Brolin. I think this was maybe the weakest cast out of all of them. Like the only outside of Josh Brolin, the only like real other actor that I knew in there was Jeremy Renner, of course. Everybody else, like, maybe had seen in passing, in one project or another, but it didn't grab me as much. Obviously, you've got, your Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, but I don't think he had as much to do in the third movie either. Like, he didn't have as many iconic one-liners, or he just didn't seem as relevant to the plot. Like, it seemed like you were really following your point of view character a lot more than you were following, Daniel Craig as the investigator on it. But again, not that it was a bad movie or anything like that, but it just was not my favorite of the trilogy. And again, I'd have to rewatch the second one again, but I think I'd probably rank them 1, 2, 3.
Really?
As far as enjoyment order, yeah. What about you? Did you see the final one?
I love it. It was my favorite movie of 2025.
Really?
I think it's a masterpiece. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the first one the best because it's just such a fun romp.
Oh yeah.
I think this one might be. I don't know. I think it's a lot deeper though. Like I think its main themes and ideas are so strong. I really like they flipped the formula on its head. I do agree with the cast. This is like. Not that the cast is weak, but they definitely gave some of those characters a bit more to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's followed up by the characters they focus on. I think are so well developed and so well done. I think this is Blanc's, in my opinion, his best performance out of the three of them. In my opinion, I think he has the strongest like story. I don't like 2 that much either, though. Like I think 2 is easily the weakest, in my opinion. I think it's fun.
It's
I think
weird. Like there's a lot of elements of 2 that I like. Though is like I get that it's not as good of a movie, but and also to the fact that it is a COVID film.
Oh, you can tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's literally a plot point in the movie, and that is 100% a negative of it for me. But I think everything else surrounding it, I don't know. I liked the cast of 2 more than I liked the cast of 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while, so I'd have to rewatch it to really know whether or not I would rank 2 above 3 or 3 above 2. But very easy though. Number 1 is still the number 1. Yeah.
It's just so much fun. Like it's so chaotically fun.
Yeah.
I've been catching up with the bear. Oh, I love the bear. I need to get caught up.
I know. I still gotta watch it. I'm a sucker for a good murder mystery, and that is the perfect segue to the next thing that I watched, which was the new Netflix series, His and Hers, starring John Bernthal and Tessa Thompson. Mm-hmm. For those who are unfamiliar with the premise, I'm not going to go into any spoilers or anything like that because this is something that you definitely do not want spoiled for you. but it's a little 6-episode miniseries, event series. Think about it, small town, murder happens. John Bernthal is the detective investigating it. Tessa Thompson is the reporter reporting on the investigation. And there is a lot more to the murder than it seems to be on the surface. And I'm not even going to explain certain character relationships or anything like that, because I think just going in not knowing anything is the best way to watch it. And that's kind of how I went into this. Is I saw a couple of advertisements, I saw some people on TikTok talking about it, and I was like, oh, is this one of those things where like they just, sent the show out early to TikTokers and they were talking about it and just tried to promote it and stuff. And I was like, but it's John Bernthal, it's Tessa Thompson, we got some, it's a little Marvel reunion. I was like, I'll tell you what, man, I'm gonna watch this. And I'm so glad that I did.
Is that what he said too?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
You know what? Yeah, I have heard a bit of chatter about it online, and you know what? Yeah, I right now I won't. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Early February is kind of a blank area for the show.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of our limbo era. Maybe I'll catch up and maybe we could do a segment on it.
Oh yeah. Again, it's nothing crazy. But it was.
I heard the ending is pretty insane. That's what the pitch has been for me. Apparently the ending is crazy, and you should know.
Like you keep thinking that you know what's going on, and then you really don't know the whole story until the very end, which is a great way of doing it. And it's one of those things too that proves why like single season miniseries still work.
Is it miniseries?
Like, yeah. So it said like limited series. So it's one of those things where there should not be a second season, no matter how popular it is. Leave it one and done. That's it.
Do you actually believe that though? Like,
I hope so.
Shows are not doing that. It's limited series until they decide not to. Like Shogun is doing that right now, where it literally only has one book to adapt, and then they're like, but we kind of want to do more.
And I think this actually might be based off of a book as well. It seems like one of those that's like it's based off of a book, or something like that. So, yeah, basically, yeah. Just it's just John Bernthal having fun. Honestly, is what it is. And again, anything that he's in. Oh, he's yeah. Yeah,
like he has that, the Odyssey, Spider-Man, the
Punisher special. I'm sure Daredevil Born Again Season 2, he'll be in there too.
They said he's not, but I'm not sure if I completely agree with that. Also, there's like, I don't think so, but there's a part of me in the back of my mind where I'm like, I don't know, maybe he could have a cameo in Avengers. Like there's like there is a possibility. I don't know, so we'll see.
Yeah, but. Again, anything that Bernthal's in is great. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't. I will say, vibe-wise, reminds me a lot of like a Riverdale season 1, where it's like it hits you right out the gate with like a crazy mystery, but then there's also just like, okay, this is a little ridiculous kind of stuff going on too. So again, it's fun. Also, Pablo Schreiber. From the critically acclaimed Halo seasons 1 and 2 is in this as well. So yeah, again, fun time. Glad that I watched it. So yeah, that's another thing on the list that I've watched over the past week or so. And then finally, kind of bringing up the tail end there, probably the best thing that I watched out of all of them, probably highest quality, most cinematic thing. Finally got to see One Battle After Another.
Oh really? Yeah, I need to watch it still.
Yeah, it dropped on HBO Max, and I have to still keep retraining myself to call it HBO Max and not Max anymore.
Again, yeah.
Yes, but this is something that I had heard great reviews on when it first came out. One of my roommates, he loves this movie. Like he dressed up as DiCaprio's character for Halloween, and he's been wearing the robe like since Halloween. Like that is his favorite thing to wear around the house, which is hilarious. But this is a great Leonardo DiCaprio character. Like I think that it has a little bit of a slow start. I think the first like 30 minutes or so takes some time to get into it. There's a lot of establishment, but once you get to the main plot of the movie, It's great. Like again, I don't think it is his best movie ever. I don't think it's his best performance ever. But this really reminds me of like a classic movie.
Hmm.
Like this might be the best movie that's come out post COVID.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
it just like it very much so seems like just cinema. Like
Have you
that
done
is if
Sinners
is
yet?
that I have
Have you done?
not. I have
Oh,
not.
I
So
think you'd really
I
like
know Sinners is on the list there
Sinners.
for something like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it just feels like a real movie. Like you've got DiCaprio, you've got Benicio del Toro, you've got Sean Penn. Like it's a really
Mhm.
stacked cast. I think the story is great. I think
Okay.
his relationship with his daughter is great. And just basically it's, what lengths will he go through to get his daughter back? And that's the premise of the movie. Again, not going to really spoil anything for those who haven't seen
Mhm.
it. But again, I think it's definitely worth the watch, especially if you have
Yeah.
HBO Max. Definitely go ahead and watch it. I think you'll have a fun time. I think you'll have a really fun time.
Yeah, I need to make my way through. I mean, the Oscar gets announced. The Oscar list gets announced next week, I think. So that
Okay,
that will,
will
it's kind of
undoubtedly
guaranteed to
be
be
on
on that
there.
list. I think for like our best pick or like our best lead actors conversation.
Hmm.
It's Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. It's freaking Timothy Chalamet in Marty
Marty
Supreme, and
Supreme,
it's
yeah,
Leo in One Battle. So, and that will probably be in Best Picture noms as well.
dude. I
It,
think Marty Supreme's gonna win something because it's based on a true story, critically acclaimed, had an insane marketing run.
yeah.
Like they should give, honestly, there should be a whole new category at the Oscars for best marketing. Like best marketing or best press
Mm,
tour or something like that. I think that would be a fun category.
that would be fun, but then I feel like that kind of comes down to like budget and like how much money a film has to promote and
Well,
push a
but I
movie
mean, how
through.
much money did like was Marty Supreme really a high budget movie?
No,
It's an A24 film. Like
it's a
it's
hundred
kind of
million movie. It's
it's
pretty
like
low. Yeah,
it's like in between indie and like
yeah.
higher budget.
It's making a lot of money though. Like it's in the top
Yeah.
four highest like A24 movies of all time. Like it's doing insane numbers right now,
Yeah.
which is good. It's very good. Um, that will be interesting, kind of to see the Oscar run though. I need to get like this time of year is when I watch so many movies because it's like all right, catch up time to what to anything I missed this year.
Yeah. All right. Anything else watch wise? Anything else? Any games played outside of Pokemon? You said.
Nothing important. I played some Fortnite, played some Sims, but nothing like
Okay.
intelligent, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I played some Call of Duty Zombies and got my butt
I
kicked in the new Zombies map trying to do the Easter egg. So that was fun.
it's been telling me I want to finish Dispatch. I was like, I'm going to finish it, and then like, this
Hmm.
happened. I've been
Yeah,
stuck
you're
not
like,
being
all
able to
right, gotta
finish it.
wait.
I
Yeah,
want to start filming my next game, and I can't do like all content's been put on hold. I'm like,
yeah,
no, I want to make stuff, and I can't right now. But
yeah.
yeah, it was kind of a lazy week. It was kind of a like I was gonna lay down for like an hour, and then it's like 6 hours have gone by. I'm like, oh, my day is gone. Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Harrison, yeah,
just
I agree. Fortnite does require big brain sometimes,
sometimes.
especially
Sometimes.
when you get into the mode where you think you're good at the game because you haven't played it in a while and it throws you into a lobby with bots, you win one or two games, and then it throws you
Mhm.
into a match with actual people and you get just curb stomped for hours on end until you quit. Not speaking from personal experience though.
Mhm. What up, Tazz? I mean, Lance.
What up,
Lance, if you
Lance?
want a link, let us know. I'll send you a link. In our Discord, he was very pissed that I didn't ask him to host instead of you, Taz. I feel like
Oh.
that should be
Ooh.
discussed. So maybe we can get like a
Yo, Lance,
debate
1v1 me
going.
on Nuketown, bro.
Yeah,
1v1
yeah.
me 1v1 me for the host spot.
We can battle it out
Yeah.
in the live on the air, if you will.
Yeah.
All right, Taz, what's next on our docket today?
All right. Next on the list, I think it's time to talk about some of the news that we got. First of which, probably my favorite of which, is the Tomb Raider costume test. So a new Prime video game adaptation to go along with a lot of the Tomb Raider stuff that we've kind of been talking about sprinkled in throughout here over the last few weeks. I did mention the new Tomb Raider games, kind of how they're consolidating the timeline a little bit. Is the three Survivor games that came out more recently are prequels to the original series of games, and now I believe the show is still connected to it. I think that's filling in the gaps in between the Survivor games and the original games. I believe so. Let me
this
do a
is
little.
canon. This is all canon.
I think
to the
so.
game.
Hold on. Is Tomb Raider?
That's interesting because I know this has been getting a lot of hate. And so I think that would be interesting because I don't know, because like I think Fallout works, and please correct me if I'm wrong with this, but I think
Yeah.
it works because they're somewhat like they're more so original characters, right? They're not inherently all based on like characters we played in the games, right? Is that a fact?
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So, what with Fallout or with?
Fallout, yeah, like Lucy's not
Yes.
in the games, right?
No. So the ties to the games are like the environments and the factions and the yes. So Cody, thank you. Yeah, it's the animated series that's
Okay, that
connected
makes
to the
more sense.
games. Yeah. So I guess this is its own separate thing. Similar to the last movie, which was based off of the first game in the Survivor series, but it was its own thing as well.
Okay.
Um,
I think that's
but yeah,
smart for this one. Like,
it is
I really like the idea of what Fallout has done, but I don't know if that works. If it's
for
like, wait, these are
everything.
supposed to be the exact same character. Wait, she doesn't look exactly. She doesn't have the
Hmm.
same, arm size and the same this and that. And so I think it works much better being like completely fresh. You don't have to have that direct comparison to the games. She could just be her own Laura Croft, please
Yeah.
forgive me. Which I don't know. I really have hated the hate to this degree that she has gotten over this casting and over this.
I
photo.
haven't seen. Okay, so I haven't seen a ton of hate on it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna throw somebody under the bus right now. Sorry, Chainsaw. You're the only Chainsaw's the only
Oh,
one that I've seen actually be like slightly reserved about it, right? And I get that take, but I don't know. To me, this looks like Tomb Raider to me. I mean, she's got the classic look. She's got the glasses. I'm not super familiar with Sophie Turner as an actress. Like the only thing I've seen her in is the X-Men movies where she
yeah,
didn't
sure.
really get a ton to do.
No. I mean, Game of Thrones.
So well, yes,
We're
and
gonna
that's
wear
what
Game
that's
of
what everybody
Thrones.
that's what everybody knows
Yeah.
her from. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm guessing that's where that take comes from, right? So I 100%
Yeah.
understand that, like the
I mean,
reservations and everything. But like again, the costume looks great. She looks like the character. If
Yeah.
you showed this to me and is like, this is Lara Croft Tomb Raider, cool. Like that's again,
just-
I go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I want to try and separate the real criticisms from the fake ones, and that
Yeah.
and to me, it's getting really hard because I've heard some
Mhm.
like very valid. Like I think it's totally valid to look at this and be like, I don't know, it's just not
Yeah,
giving Lara Croft. That's
exactly.
fine. What
Yeah,
doesn't work for
100%.
me is the workarounds of many people, and please mind my French, but some people being like, well, her big, like her boobs aren't big enough, and are like, oh, I don't find her attractive enough, or I find her ugly, or her face is too small, or her arms are too small. Like that shit just pisses me off, especially when it's based on a video game. Video games have the advantage of not having to look like a real person. They can
Yeah.
you can have the biggest muscles or
Well-
the biggest six pack or whatever. Like it is very hard to cast someone that looks the way that they look. And I do think
Well,
I don't know. I don't want to go too far into it, but yeah, it is. I'm not. I don't know. I don't support that side of the fandom. I guess is kind of where I'm at.
So, okay, so I think the fandom is not going to be happy unless
Sure.
we get this on screen.
Yeah. I've
You
seen those
know,
memes. Yeah.
like this is what you're asking for, right? Is the old like 90s Tomb Raider, right? But again, like the costume looks great. Like I think, you're come on. Like it's a good, I think it's a great design. I think it modernizes it. I think it's taking a lot of inspirations from the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider as well. I think she looks fairly similar in that regard. Um but again, we know nothing about it outside of
Yeah.
this costume test, and that's it. I think it's great to see too, like this kind of resurgence for a game series like this, because it's been kind of radio silent ever since, what was the last one, Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out, and a lot of the big talk around that was when the RTX cards came out. So that was one of those very first games with ray tracing, and looking for a very kind of like hyper realistic graphical look and everything. And I think the new games look great. I'm very excited for the remake of the original. And again, is if you're gonna get new fans of the game, or bring new fans into playing the games because of a series like this, go for it. I didn't see this
This is
GameStop
the
tweet.
shit that pisses me off. This is the like level of gatekeeping that just, I don't know, like you are like enraging the very toxic side of the gaming community, and like I don't think this helps the reputation of gamers at all, right? Because like what has
No.
the reputation been for forever? Is that like, well, gamers are nerds who like live in their mother's basements, who goon all day and like all, they don't have jobs. And to me, like a tweet like this is it's such a jobless, like it's giving jobless. It's giving
Classic unemployed GameStop.
100%. And what's so funny about this to me, you want this show to succeed. GameStop, let's be honest, is not doing well. Gaming stores do not do well. But what helps them is these adaptations doing well.
You're right.
Fallout sales boosted when the show came out.
Mhm.
Mario Galaxy boosted when they announced the movie. Last of Us boosted when
Yeah.
they announced the movie. I should not be
This
yelling this loud.
No, you're
but,
fine.
like,
You're fine. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? You are like cutting off your revenue. You want all these new fans to be like, oh, I love this TV show. Let me go watch the movie or the show. That's so stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, right? Is like, obviously this is rage bait. Like I don't even, maybe whoever posted this legitimately believed that, but here's how they justified it to their, to corporate, is like, oh, well, people are, hating on this right now, so let's just throw a little bit of a rage bait tweet just for engagement out there. And they're like, yeah, cool, do it. But yeah, you come on, you shouldn't do this as GameStop. Like, again, like you said, GameStop only benefits if this series does well. You have 2 brand new Tomb Raider games coming out over the next 2 years. You have Legacy of Atlantis and whatever the new one is. The name escapes me right now.
Yeah,
but you've got the remake that comes out this year, and then you've got the brand new title that comes out next year.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the Tomb Raider show comes out somewhere in between the two of them. Yeah. It either will come out this fall to coincide with the release of Legacy of Atlantis, or it's going to come out in between the 2 games as kind of a little holdover.
Is Atlantis again, the reboot one? Is that?
Yeah, Atlantis is the remake of the original. And then what is it?
I think if they were smart, they would have those come out very close together, if not around the same time, because you are going to want people to watch this show and be like, man, I really want to like try this out for myself. And then it's like, oh, but we have the first one. We like just remade the first one. Here you go. And it can work as a perfect opportunity to bleed one fandom into the other, I feel like.
Yeah. Tomb Raider Catalyst in 2027 is what it is. They're basically, they're doing the same thing that Halo's doing, actually. Halo is re-releasing Combat Evolved at the end of this year. and the rumor is that we're gonna get a brand new Halo game, or whatever it be, Halo 7 next year, or yeah, in 2027. So
Yeah.
again, they're trying to revitalize the series. But again, I think just like we've seen with Fallout, is if the show is good enough, like you can really revive I don't even want to say dead franchise, but a dormant franchise, right? And that actually really kind of works well going into the next thing I had here, Fallout related, is that the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, on Steam, there's a little bit of an issue, kind of. So they are, if you try to go and leave a review for Fallout 3 or for Fallout New Vegas, it basically gives you an error saying that this content has not been released yet. And everybody's jumping, drinking the copium, saying, oh, that means that we're going to be getting our New Vegas or our Fallout 3 remakes sooner rather than later. If you search Fallout in the Steam shop, it also shows that there are 12 games instead of the standard 10 that there actually are released. So again, people are thinking that that means that these games are going to get shadow dropped at the end of the season of Fallout or something like that. I doubt that we're going to get them that quickly, but I do think that it is, again, great to see that people are so into the Fallout show right now that we're taking any little breadcrumb that we can as meaning, oh, hey, new Fallout game is coming out or Fallout remake is coming out. I think the most likely thing is that we see a Fallout 3 remake this year, maybe by the fall, and then we'll see New Vegas get remade next year, maybe to coincide with season 3 of the show coming out. Because rumors have been around for a while that Fallout 3 is going to get remade. Fallout 3 is the older game. They're both made on pretty much the same engine. But again, I wouldn't hold my breath for them to both be shadow dropped this year, let alone right when season 2 ends. But again, it's a good direction that we're moving in there. And I quite like that. Darren, what do you think on this? You are muted again.
I am muted. I'm going to guarantee that happens a lot today. I mean, I don't have much thoughts on the gaming side of it all. I don't know that industry that well, but
okay,
it'd be cool to get something this year. It feels like they've been working behind the scenes to get something out. Maybe around like a Christmas time could be cool. Really push the holiday sales. That would be nice. I doubt anytime soon for the end of this season. What, we have 3 weeks left, so it's like I doubt it. But I also don't know the game
6, 7, 8 to go.
Yeah,
right.
We're about done. Yeah, we're almost through the season.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
I don't know what order you have things here today either.
Ask Todd Howard, short car. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, that was next on the list.
Yeah, okay.
More Prime, dude.
Where you were going, but yeah.
Prime is taking over. Prime is taking over. Again, more games that I really do need to actually sit down and play. The new God of War games. But they cast our Kratos for the God of War series. Obviously, with any announcement, people are going to, give a little bit of a backlash, and they're going to be like, "Oh, why isn't it the voice from the game? He would have been perfect." I love Christopher Judge as much as the next guy.
Getting up there in age, like he's
in his 60s. I believe.
Although he did make the comments this week being like, "Yo, I'd love to be like Darkseid for DC," and I'm like, "Yo, that would be sick as hell."
He's 61.
Yeah.
Versus Ryan Hurst, who is
also, does he want to do an ongoing series? Like 40, it's one thing.
49.
Okay. So does he want to do an ongoing series of a character he's already been playing for however many years he's been doing it? This is different than doing like a movie like a Darkseid or something. Like this is something he's going to have to stay in
for
physical
5
shape.
to 10 years.
physical peak. Like this is the God of War. Again, I haven't played. I played a little bit of the 2018 game. I need to get back into it. But like, this is peak physical shape. Like this is like
Yeah.
he's a god. So it's like, yeah, maybe you don't cast someone who's in their 60s unless you want it to be like an animated series, which might be a different story. But also
Yeah.
probably just want some new blood, a new
Oh yeah.
face, something
Well, he
to add their spin to it. Yeah.
I believe he voices Thor in Ragnarok. In God of War Ragnarok.
I think he's in Ragnarok. Yeah, I think he's in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Harrison, that that would actually be pretty funny to just give them a role reversal. I'd love that. Where did I see it?
I think to like bounce off this, like Prime is for lack of a better word, in the prime of their life. Like I think Prime is probably the best. I think they make the most consistent of the biggest shows in the world. Like I think Apple TV right now is who I'd give my like the best show like streaming service right now in terms of original content. But those aren't the biggest shows in the world. Those aren't like the IP based shows. I think out of like Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime, I think those three do the biggest like major IPs, major franchises, and I think Prime takes these franchises. It's like, hey, but what if we could do them well? Like we have The Boys, we have Invincible, we have Hazbin Hotel, we're about to get Spider-Man Noir, we have this in the works, we have Fallout, we have Tomb Raider, we have Life is Strange, and like they're just like kind of the king of the like nerdom culture, and it's pretty impressive. Like it's like their track record is pretty sneaky clean. There's one or two you could be like, well, this could have been done slightly better, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Seeing I saw like Supernatural got added there recently, and I got a little sad.
Oh, it's on Prime now.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Prime. Like it's on Prime now.
Yeah.
Like if they could have just been the ones to make the like Winchester spinoff show instead of the CW, I think it would have been a hit because it's been like top of the streaming charts. It's been doing fantastic. Look how big it was when Jared Jensen. I joined The Boy. I guess you haven't seen it, so I can't say that. But like,
yeah,
every time that they bring on a cast member onto their show, it's the biggest thing in the world.
Well, I mean, isn't The Boys season 5 just a Supernatural reunion?
There was like 5 of them in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if that means for those in that fandom, does that mean that there's going to be something new Supernatural coming out, like a little movie or a mini series, something?
I don't think they should.
If it's over on Prime now, all of those actors are on a Prime project.
If they could buy the rights to Supernatural, I could see them doing something. I could see. I don't think it should be another show. But I think that cast would work perfectly for like a new movie every year, or like a new movie every couple
They seem to want to do something. Like they just keep doing things together, so might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well just make a new.
It's interesting though, because again, I haven't finished the show, but it does end in a way where it's like kind of over. Like it has a pretty definitive like end.
But it's a show called Supernatural, so
yeah, I guess.
We've seen Stranger Things.
We have seen Stranger Things, but like even then, okay, so like the like Winchester spinoff, I guess kind of spoilers for that show. I don't know. You'll probably forget this by the time you.
I'll forget it by the time I get there. Yeah.
Like in the final episode, it's like revealed that it's like an alternate reality, which means that they can kind of do whatever they want in the main time. Like, so like they're not held to the canon of the original timeline. They can kind of do whatever they wanted in that show. Which they were canceled anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you could just be like, okay, this is alternate, like Dean and Sam. They're going on this adventure where they catch a unicorn or whatever.
Go hang out with Scooby-Doo and friends again.
Yeah. Oh, God. I can't wait to get to that episode. All right, Tazz, what's next?
I did want to answer this question from Stranger real quick. Do you think they're going to adapt to the Sun like what the games did, or do you think it's going to be based off God of War 2018? I would assume that it's based off like the new games and everything. maybe they'll put elements of the original games
Yeah.
in there. Like I know they're very similar but quite different. I think this is another example of what are the new games the prequels to the original games? Is that what it is?
We talked about
Or
this
is it
last week. I
vice
already forget.
versa?
We
I
just
forget
talked
too.
about this. I forget.
Yeah. And well, because there's so many timelines with all these, too many timelines, bro. God of War timeline. Let's see. Okay, God of War Ascension 2013 prequel to the entire series. God of War Chains of Olympus 2008 PSP prequel. God of War 2005 the original game. God of War Ghost of Sparta 2010 PSP prequel. God of War 2 2007. God of War 3 2010. Number 7 God of War Betrayal. And then Norse. Wait, this doesn't tell me anything. This tells me
Ooh.
the old era, and then obviously God of War Ragnarok.
This is a really fun pitch short caller. I really like this.
Oh,
I like
let's
that
go
a
with
lot.
that. Yeah, I like that.
That's a sick like yeah, because I do
Okay.
kind of like the idea of just like picking a new timeline and just telling this new story, but also being like, hey, we're adapting this part of it. It
Yeah.
could be a nice
And
in
then
the
in
middle
between,
round. Yeah,
yeah,
that's fun. I like
in
this.
between missions, Kratos could sit Atreus down and be like, "When I was a boy."
I do think this show could be huge though. I think this could be one of the next big shows
Yeah.
because I think this is a character everyone kind of somewhat knows in their subconscious, but like it hasn't reached like mainstream yet. And I think that once this hit,
Mhm.
I think very much like Last of Us. Like Last of Us was massive because I think everyone wanted to enjoy Last of Us, but a lot of people just didn't have the means of either playing the games or they're too scared to play the games, and that
Yeah.
allowed them to just tap into this world that they've been wanting to get into. I think this is in a very similar vein.
Oh, 100%. And again, it's going to get more and more people to play the games. Like, I've
Absolutely.
wanted to play them for a while. And then I kind of realized I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to play them on PC when I get my new computer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play them on PC now. But I'll wait for a sale. Again, they are great looking games, so I think that'll
Mhm.
probably be the best place
I bought
to
like
play them.
I think I bought 2018 for like $5 at a GameStop
Oh
once. And
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, all right, I'll play. I haven't finished. I've only played the first like couple, maybe an hour or two of it. But it like when I
Mhm.
played it, I loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean I think I saw my brother play most of 2, I believe. Just because I think that's the one that has the really fun interactions between Kratos and Atreus in
Okay.
number 2. Um,
We got to get him on Tazz. We got
yeah.
this. This guy seems like the expert in every game.
No, dude, my brother knows everything. Like he knows everything about every obscure game.
Mm.
Also, he's watched all of Supernatural, so he is your Supernatural
Oh,
encyclopedia
awesome,
as well.
awesome.
So yeah, shout out Toxic Strike.
Amazing. We'll have to rank like every game that should get an adaptation. That should be the video we have him on.
Ooh,
That'd be fun.
that would be fun. That'd be fun. Off the top of your head right now, one game that has not had a movie or TV adaptation that should get one right now. Go.
Candy Crush. No, hold on. Let me look. Let me look it up. Actually, I would have said Mario Galaxy. That actually would have been my answer.
Okay.
Before. Now we're getting it because that is such a fun. I'm so excited to get top into that game.
Short car, you stole mine. That'd be amazing. I love Detroit Become Human. I love Detroit Become Human.
I think Life is Strange. Like since I recently played it, that's exciting. But that's happening already. I haven't played it, but like Red Death seems like it'd be a fun world if they
Red
wanted
Dead Redemption.
Yeah, sorry, Red Death. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'd be fascinated with like what is Grand Theft Auto?
I mean, I think that just looks like any like heist film.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean,
I would have said Minecraft at some point, but we got that and we saw how that turned out.
yeah.
Oh, what's
I mean, there've been rumors of a Call of Duty movie forever.
Yeah.
I think honestly, a Call of Duty series might go over well.
What's the what's the like samurai games? What are those?
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah,
I think I haven't played those either, but those look
that'd be
gorgeous. I
fun.
feel like that would
That'd be
look good
fun.
in like an Amazon kind of show or something.
I mean, yes, I know it's had a movie and I know it's getting its show, but Assassin's Creed, I'm so
Assassin's
excited
Creed is
for.
it feels like it
Assassin's
needs to
Creed,
be done
I'm
right.
so
It feels
excited
like
for.
it needs a good adaptation.
It
And that's a
does.
whole nother like conversation. We need like
hmm
so many have had adaptations,
Is it?
but
Yeah.
good.
And it
Yeah.
also, is it going to be tied to the games? Because I think the show or the movie was technically within the game's canon. So we shall see. We shall see. I think
Alright.
I have a lot of things too that have like they need redos. Like we need a good Halo show / movie. It can be
Mhm.
done. It just needs to be done right. Like I said, Assassin's Creed. I think Ratchet and Clank as well.
Getting
They
it.
had a so they if
doing
you
a Netflix
remember
show.
back to the PS4 game, there was a movie that came out alongside the PS4 game, and the game was basically just a tie-in to the movie. Like the game and the movie were the same thing. Like a lot of the cutscenes in the game were what the movie was. The movie was just kind of expanded cutscenes of the game. But it's such a fun world, and the Ratchet and Clank games nowadays are basically Pixar movies anyway. So I think that'd be fun to
They're
have
doing
more.
a show. They're doing
Yeah.
like a Netflix series. So when that comes out, we'll have to cover it. We'll have to do a little like something for it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mass Effect as well, I think would be cool. I haven't played it, but
I feel like there might be a Mass
there?
Effect. I feel like I've heard rumors. Like there've been rumors about everything at this point.
All right, Jeffrey. Yes, that's like as someone who hasn't played them yet. I don't know how they have not adapted Kingdom Hearts yet. That just feels like it's money on the table.
Isn't Kingdom Hearts in and of itself kind of an adaptation of other IP?
It is. It's a mix of Final Fantasy and Disney, but
Okay, yeah,
still, it's like a whole separate thing that people have been wanting to see realized for a while.
Yeah.
And I think Disney's just scared. This is an off-topic thing, but Disney's just
Yeah.
scared of messing with like the Mickey Mouse like IP in general because they're afraid of like ruining the brand that Disney has. Like it's like they don't want to ruin their icon. So we'll see.
We'll
All right,
see.
Tazz, what's next? What's next?
Yeah, we got to wrap up a couple of these stories and get into the Fallout discussion. Last couple stories of the day. I think probably the one that you're the most excited about is going to be the possible, not really news, but the Grant Gustin stuff. Or I guess you can talk about Phineas and Ferb first.
Let's do Phineas and Ferb first. I think we can
Yeah.
get that out of the way pretty quickly. And yeah, then we can do the just big news.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of DC news we can go over.
Yeah.
I guess I can take this one.
Yeah,
third
because I'm
Phineas
not
and Ferb,
super familiar with what's going on here.
This was such like a side, like I refreshed my page the other day. I was like, what the fuck? Well, okay, out of freaking nowhere. I mean, they just dropped season 5 over on Disney Channel this week, which is the new season that had come out. They dropped the final 10 episodes on Disney Plus. I have not got the opportunity to check it out yet. We've been kind of quarantining the house recently, and I'm like, I want to watch with my mom, but we have not got the opportunity yet. But we will see. I'm so excited. And yeah, we're getting a third Phineas and Ferb movie. Like said here, the film follows Dr. Doofenshmirtz's first time travel experiment failing, causing the moment Phineas and Ferb's mom and dad, meaning the boys don't become brothers. I think that's such a fun concept. Very Back to the Future. I think like they've never like super dived into like the parents of it all and like like they have a little bit. They've tickled their toes in, but they've been too afraid of like fully diving in. And I think maybe they're just so tired of the like Doofenshmirtz being Phineas's dad theory going around that maybe they're like, all right, we will finally we're going to like dispute it once and for all. Dan has been so like anti, like, no guys, that he is not his dad. This didn't happen. I'm excited about this. Did you see both of the Phineas and Ferb movies?
So I saw the Across the Second Dimension. right? And then was it? And then oh yeah, and then the one with the
Candace
aliens,
against the universe.
Candace and the aliens. Yeah, yeah,
Came
yeah.
out during
That
COVID.
kind of like oddly doesn't it like oddly undo the finale a little bit, or
Um, I would
because
say
it came out after the show
yeah,
originally ended, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it. I mean, it takes place before the finale. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
does it? Okay.
in the
Okay.
midsummer. Um, I'd more argue that season 5 undoes the movie a little bit because like the movie ends
Oh.
in a way that's like I don't know. Oh, I'm done busting you once and for all, kind of way. I love the ending so much. I thought that was such a good like ending of the whole show. Um, and I don't know. They had to go back and do another season, which I'm happy about. Obviously, I'm glad it's back. But
Yeah.
um, I'll say I'm looking forward to this one though because I think to like pull that back up. I think Across the Second Dimensions, low key a masterpiece. I think
It
it is
is. Yeah.
like it way better than it ever needed to be. Like I think it could have been a fun little movie.
Yeah. No,
Legitimately,
they
like,
went off with that one.
unironically like a 4.5 out of like 5-star movie for me. Like I think it's a masterpiece. And I think the second one is like good.
It's good.
It's
Yeah.
fun. But it's not like it's more of like an extended episode of the show, which is fine. Like
Mhm.
it feels more in line with like Mission Marvel or like the Star Wars special
Yes. Yeah.
than a movie. It's like, oh, this is like a special event.
Mhm.
And just from based on this description, I think we could go back to the heart of that first one. Because again, the second one is like a fun little movie. The second one's kind of dark and it's very personal and it's very big in stakes and style. And it feels like now that COVID is done, they can fully like, make a full like a movie again and really
Yeah.
define it as a movie. And again, I think the second one is exactly what it needed to be. That movie needed to reintroduce the characters in the world to the general public so we could get the 5th season where
Yeah.
they could be like, hey, are people still watching this? Is the fandom still alive? It is. Okay, then we will allow you to do more. So I'm incredibly excited about this. I mean, do you have any thoughts? I know you haven't fully watched the newest season yet, but is this something that you're excited
No, I
for at
mean,
all?
yeah, I mean, it sounds fun. I think I'm more inclined to probably watch this than even just like the new show, just because again,
It's still
a
limited.
season of a show is a lot more to do rather than just a singular movie.
Sure.
And I think Phineas and Ferb thrives with its specials, like you mentioned, the Star Wars special or the Marvel special and things like that they've done in the past. Like their little special events or like their one off like the Christmas episodes and things like that have always been great.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I think that this is if it's anything like the first movie, like Across the Second Dimension, I think it's going to be again a contender. Will it exceed that first movie? I don't know. But I do think that the time travel aspect sounds pretty fun. So
It does sound fun. Yeah, I think they have the opportunity to tell a really deep and emotional story here if they hit the right chords. And I think they will. I think this feels like one of maybe like the biggest stories that they've told yet in terms of like scale and like consequence of what they can do. So I'm in for this one. I think this could be very fun.
yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, we want to do DC next then?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Let's
do
hop into the DC universe.
Let me find it.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So so you told me that there was a lot of DC news. Like the Grant Gustin thing is the only thing that I am familiar with. I don't know what else is going on. So a lot of this will be news for me too.
Do you want to talk about Grant Gustin first?
Yeah, let's do it. So
sorry.
here's the long story short. TLDR: Grant Gustin dyed his hair blonde, and everybody thinks that means that he's playing the Flash in the DCU. And then somebody asked James Gunn, I think on Threads, was like, "Yo, Mr. Gunn, any reason why Grant dyed his hair blonde?" And he's like, "How the heck am I supposed to know? That's like that has nothing to do with me." And then I did see Grant actually respond to a fan post about it as well, and he was basically like, I appreciate the enthusiasm, this doesn't mean anything, I just dyed my hair blonde, but it's great to see that you guys want me to come back as the Flash, and if given the opportunity, sure, I'd do it. But
Yeah.
But
Here's what I'll
also,
say.
we've seen that before. We've also heard this story before. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fake. That's Photoshop. That's not me.
James Gunn has lied before. I love James Gunn, but he has been on the record. He said that what is it like? Ultraman was not going to be in Superman, and he was totally in Superman. So
this would be the greatest. I would love this. This would be the greatest lie of all time because both of them just playing dumb and him just popping up somewhere like in Man of Tomorrow.
Here's what I'll say, because I originally said, like, when all this talk was happening, I said, like, I believe that there was something they were filming right now, and I said they're not. And then it came up today that Man of Tomorrow starts filming today, and I'm like, wait, what? It's
and also
now?
like, and Grant's like, did you see those full photos? Like, he's in really good shape. He's the biggest he's ever been.
Yeah,
he's freaking jacked now, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
I don't think he's in the movie, but I'm also not putting it past that he's in them. I think there's like a maybe like a 30 or 40% chance that he could.
I don't know. I think there's a better chance that Grant Gustin is in this movie than Fallout 3 in New Vegas coming out at the end of the season of Fallout.
Yeah, I mean, here's my take: is like James Gunn listens. James Gunn is active. He loves a good fan cast.
Yeah.
He is chronically online. And anytime there's been any talk about a Flash, all the comments are like, Grant Gustin, bring back Grant Gustin, bring back Grant Gustin. Grant Gustin has also played ball. He's been very civil. He's not been like Stephen Amell that's like this fucking bitch. Like he hasn't done that. Grant's been very civil, being like, hey, I don't, whatever. And so I could see, like, they seem to be like pretty moderate in good terms. They've talked at cons.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like a very different take on the character.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, and I might just be drinking the Kool-Aid. Maybe this is just the fantasy world I want to be living in, but like, I could see it. Especially if it's a limited version of the character. Like, I think if it happens,
like he can't be the main Flash. Like, it's gotta be to then set Wally up, and then have him come back every so often. Like, I think too, no matter what, whether it's Grant or somebody else, I don't want Barry to be the main Flash. Like, I want Barry to be there, but he doesn't need to be Flash Prime. Like, I think it's time for Wally or even Bart to like be the main Flash for a little bit here.
I want the full Kid Flash story. I want full on, and I think Barry can be the main Flash for the first couple of years, but like, I want them to fully do it. I want like, it's a Flash movie with Barry as the main Flash, but from the POV of Wally. I want it to be this coming of age story of someone looking up to their mentor and trying to learn. I feel like we've never got that before. I feel like
we talked about this. I think we talked about this years ago when the Flash movie came out.
Years and years.
We were like, talked about this so much. Somebody find the clip, roll the tape, roll it again.
We've done it. Early pipe. We were talking about this shit. And again, like we can move on in a second because there's a couple of things here under the DC label, but like, I truly believe that Man of Tomorrow is a pseudo Justice League. I don't think it's titled Justice League. I don't think that's what it is. But like, I think it's their team up movie. I think it's the movie of all the characters coming together, in their own way. Like, I don't, he talks about this here about Batman and Wonder Woman not being kind of debunked. I don't think they're here necessarily, but I think this is the project of like Superman, Supergirl, Peacemaker, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl. Like, I think we're bringing together all the characters we've introduced. I could see there being one shocking character of just like one character you didn't expect to be here, and he shows up on screen for a couple minutes, does a few punches, being like, "See you guys," and then like, was that no? But was it like you can even have him in the suit that might help, where it's not like, wait, it's Grant Gustin, it looks like Grant Gustin, but we're only seeing him from the POV of him inside the suit itself until later on when we get like a proper Flash project or something.
And then pulls off the helmet with the
dude, I'd lose my shit.
The blonde hair flowing.
This is true, but by the time Man of Tomorrow comes out, it will have been 2 years.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know.
That is.
This
true.
is us fucking like shooting the shit though. I don't actually think, but we'll see. If I'm being realistic, I'm not actually suggesting
No,
it.
we're very much so drinking the Kool-Aid and the copium. Like, I'm hopped up on more copium than Lucy
Yeah,
was hopped up on
it's
Buff Out, but like, you know.
okay. So do you want to help me read these bullet points, Taz?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Go for it.
So James Gunn clears the air on DC Studios with a wave of new updates on Threads. Number one, all rumors about Batman and Wonder Woman auditions are fake. Apparently, I didn't even know that there were rumors about those. So interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
there were castings for a male and female lead for Man of Tomorrow, and
okay.
one of them described a buff woman, like a buff female character, which I don't know if it's in this list. There was a female character announcement today, which we can go over as well here in a second if we want. But
Okay.
that's most likely the buff female character they were talking about.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, number two, the big Man of Tomorrow reveal was Brainiac, but most of the major cast are characters we've already met, with smaller roles now being cast. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense. Again, I don't think that there's anything necessarily
No.
big and new there. Again, I think it's very similar to what we just kind of said, is that people just want more
Mhm.
characters to pop up. And it doesn't need to. It can be kind of a pseudo Justice League, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's the team up movie of the first 3 years of the universe. I think it's
Yes.
smart. I think instead of building up like the MCU has done, and I've been pitching for a while that they need to go back to the more smaller scale, not a big event every 10 years, but a big event every 3 to 5 years. So I think
Yeah.
it's going to be, like I said, bringing together the cast of Superman, Supergirl, Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, Lanterns. I'm trying to think what other projects we're gonna get up into to this
Clayface.
point. Big fat giant maybe.
I don't
of
even know what
Clayface.
Clayface has to do with anything. Like, is this even the same Clayface from Creatures? I don't even know.
I think it's different Clayface if I'm mistaken.
But why though? What's even the point?
I don't know. Telling
Mister,
a cool
everything's
story.
supposed to be connected.
Yeah, it could be a prequel. It could be. I mean, there are different Clayfaces in the
Yes,
comics.
there are. There are.
Oh, so is that one dead? I feel like they never fully.
I don't know. They never really explained how Rick Flag went from having his back broken to like being fine. So, oh yeah, and all the Peacemaker stuff too. Next up, no updates on The Brave and the Bold until the script is finished. I don't want to cloud the Batsphere until after Batman Part 2. Interesting. So we're not going to get any Brave and the Bold news until what? So that comes out 27. Batman Part 2. Okay, so almost till 2028 at that point.
We've been talking about I've said it for years. We're not seeing this movie
till 2030 probably.
The earliest is 29. That's at an earliest. I am thinking 2030.
Unless they just like make it in the background without anybody knowing. And then after Batman Part 2 comes out, they're like, "Yep, okay, Brave and the Bold comes out next year." So we get back-to-back Batman movies, but like
but that's
that
what he's
seems
saying
weird.
Here is like he doesn't want to overshadow it, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You don't want a Batman movie coming out every year. That is too much Batman. That is going to oversaturate the market. So you're going to want a 2-year, I think at least a 2-year break, which is 29. But in that case, that's going to be another 4-year break before we get the Batman Part 3 at the earliest, if not a 5-year break. Like
conspiracy theory. Do you think that Gunn does not make the decision of whether or not to cast a new Batman for Brave and the Bold until after Batman Part 2 because he wants to see if everybody, or I guess if the general consensus is that they would like a brand new Batman actor or they'd like Pattinson to continue in the DCU? Because I still think that that's an option. I still think that the door is open for that if Gunn and Reeves can come to some sort of agreement.
Yeah.
But I think what the disconnect there might be is that Gunn's vision and Matt Reeves' vision are so different, And Matt
Yeah.
Reeves would not want Pattinson to appear in the DCU until his story with Pattinson is done. And Gunn respects that as a filmmaker. But I think from a storytelling perspective, then it makes him it puts him in a tough spot because he either introduces a new Batman with a new actor and he never gets to touch the Pattinson version of the character, or he pushes the appearance out further and further and further until he's allowed to use that iteration of the character.
Which goes back to my pitch I've been saying for years. I wish they made one of these into a TV show instead. I think that I know they wanted the money. I know Batman's a massive moneymaker, but I said from the jump, have the Batman be your cinematic Batman, and have Brave and the Bold be like this
Ooh.
big, massive HBO drama that comes out every year, and you can slowly follow the DCU from Batman's perspective every year. And I understand why they don't want that, but God, that would be. I think TV is the best way to tell Batman. I think.
I do too. I do too.
We have never. That's the reason, in my opinion, we've never got like a fantastic live action Batman. In my opinion, because we haven't been able to fully tell the story. That's why the animated series is still the most iconic version of Batman. That's why the Batman, the series, is so popular. That's why Justice League is so popular. Batman works in TV, so I would have killed. I'm not saying you never could have done a movie with him. Like once, Matt Reeves' era was done, you could be like, all right, we're sending him to the big screen. We're sending him to, whatever. I don't know. Justin, we'll talk about that in a second once we're through this stuff. Because, that did come out today, too.
Yeah. Let's speed run a couple more. Several DCU projects are close to being greenlit, and one secret project already is. Dynamic Duo is not being rewritten to fit the DCU and is moving ahead smoothly. Batman and Wonder Woman are not in Man of Tomorrow. They're casting a different female character that Scoobers mistook for Wonder Woman. That's what we spoke about at the beginning there. Sam McCurdy, Peacemaker, Shogun, Monarch Legacy of Monsters will shoot Man of Tomorrow. No Clayface trailer for a couple months. The film is in first cut and still set for December. Gunn won't release two Batman movies in the same year, so that kind of goes back to what we were talking about previously with the separation between the Batman Part 2, and that Gunn is heading back to storyboards right now. And that's where we're at. That's the state of the DCU.
Alrighty.
And yeah.
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
No. It just like I just want action, right? As I want to stop reading a big text file and saying, "Hey, that's what's going on with the DCU." Like I just want to see things. Like I want to see trailers. I want to see posters. I want to see actual legitimate announcements. And it seems like again is we're getting a lot of telling and not a lot of showing. When we are shown things like Peacemaker Season 2, like Superman, like, the announcement for Man of Tomorrow, I just don't know what the direction is that we're heading in. We're just in a weird spot right now. We need the Lanterns trailer. Yeah, Jeffrey, I don't know what we are building towards, and not necessarily in a bad way of like, oh, I'm anticipating it. I can't wait to see where all of this is leading to. It's like, no, we've gotten so much random nonsense, not even nonsense, but just so much random, like seemingly disconnected storylines. We don't necessarily know what's canon, what's not canon, what could potentially become canon. And I feel like we have the same conversation like every couple months here. Is like, I don't know where we're going. I'm excited to see where we're going, but I just want something to happen. You're muted again.
There it goes again. That's number 2. Let's see how many more times it happens tonight.
I think that's number 3, actually.
Is it 3? Okay. But I mean, I'd argue that it's pretty. I think at least the mainline things have been pretty consistent. Like, I think it's pretty cool to have Superman in 2024, Supergirl in 2025, Man of Tomorrow in 2027. Yes. Like, that's unprecedented.
That is cool. Yes.
That's so sick. I am concerned. I don't know what they're doing with like the like Argus vigilante kind of part of the world with like Peacemaker, Creature Commandos. We know Creature Commando season 2 is coming, but I don't know. I'm concerned about that side of it. Lanterns is pushed back to the summer, which is scary because we're going to get Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface back to back to back, which I'm also not a fan. I think that's a bad move. But I'm with you. I think we're getting small doses of things kind of trickling down. This is going to be the interesting year for me. This is, to me, the make and break year for the DCU. Because I was not in love with it in 2025. I thought like the starting year was fine. I thought he was cool, but I think I had more issues than I didn't so far. So gonna have to prove me wrong with Lanterns and with Clayface and with Supergirl. Yeah.
I do think that they have a long way to go to prove themselves. Again, it could happen this year, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah. And this news came out today. I know a lot of people have been talking about Maximilia. Is that how you'd say that?
Maxima?
Maxima, the character associated with Brainiac, is coming to the movie. Which again, I think this is probably the like strong woman casting that they were talking about a couple months ago. So cool.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the character at all. But it's good to get some news, some casting, some information. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a ton more until after Supergirl. I would assume we're gonna get some teasers for it. At the end there, maybe we'll get a trailer beforehand, but
I mean they're filming right now, so any castings we get are going to start spewing in here. So I could see over these next couple months being big announcements, some characters maybe we didn't know was involved. A lot of the characters that are rumored to be involved technically aren't confirmed to be involved yet. Like the rumor is characters like Supergirl, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl. Those haven't been technically confirmed yet. So I think we might get maybe at Comic-Con. That would be cool. Like maybe at Comic-Con they get the cast on stage. It's like, all right, here's the cast of Man of Tomorrow as they go up on stage. It'd be kind of cool.
What's the timeline there? What happens first? I think Supergirl comes out first, and then it'll be Comic-Con, right?
Is Supergirl June?
July, I think.
It's June. Am I crazy?
Oh no, it is June 26th. Okay. You're right.
So Supergirl will have been out for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So that's perfect then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So honestly, we could either wait until Comic-Con to drop that trailer, or drop the trailer a little bit early with Supergirl.
Yeah. That's a year in advance, so I don't know if they want to show a trailer a year in advance. But maybe.
That's true.
I think
well,
just like
to compete with Doomsday marketing and Doomsday and Secret Wars marketing, you might have to.
Yeah.
But I don't think, no matter how big Man of Tomorrow is, I don't think the general audience member is going to be like, oh, I'd much rather see the Superman culmination movie than Avengers Secret Wars. Like that's,
in fairness, one summer, one winter. There was like a 6-month difference. But the bigger one, I'd argue, is you have is this June? Is Man of Tomorrow June? Is that when that is?
I can check.
Or is that July? I think it might be July.
July 9th, 2027 currently.
Okay. That's still a big summer though. Because you have Beyond the Spider-Verse, you have Shrek 5, you have a couple of others coming out, I think. So oh well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, it's funny to see this happen on two sides, right? So you're seeing on the movie side of things as things shift to get out of the way of Avengers and stuff like that, and then you also see it on the gaming side of things where developers are trying to make sure that they don't conflict with GTA's release. And I did see a little bit of conversation in chat when we were on the gaming side of things about, GTA is going to get delayed again, probably. Just being real, we haven't heard anything since the last delay. Most likely going to get delayed till 27 with all of the hardware issues with RAM prices, with GPU availability, with console price hikes and availability and things like that. I would assume that they're going to get delayed a little bit more. And same thing on the movie side is, again, a lot of shakeups to make sure that we're not stepping on the toes of what might be considered quote unquote the bigger project.
This is interesting. Panic in the Sky inspiration. Do you know this comic at all? Do you know anything about that?
No.
Okay. I know nothing about that. I'm not a comic, unfortunately.
No, like I know like some things, but like some random obscure ones, not necessarily, unless again it's something that I've researched myself previously.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at this cover, and it has like Shazam and Wonder Woman and Flash and like it just looks like a Justice League, which is what I've been, I don't know, kind of pitching. Here's freaking Deathstroke on this photo. Like,
did you see the? I don't know if people were being serious about this or not. I think you responded to it on Twitter today. Carl Urban as Deathstroke.
I mean, James Gunn started to follow him, on Instagram.
James Gunn follows a lot of people.
That's true. Listen, Deathstroke. I think he'd actually make a baller Deathstroke. I think he could kill a Deathstroke.
Oi, Batman killed me family.
I don't know. Like, he kind of gives like a Manu Bennett vibe to me.
A little bit.
I could really like.
He could
be a bit character sometimes, but if he like really like, I could see it'd be like a bit of an older Deathstroke, but I think that's fine. We're getting an older Batman, so like.
I mean, have you ever seen Dredd? It's the newer Judge Dredd movie. Carl Urban as Judge Dredd. Very like just hardcore straight character, like no jokes or anything like that. Like he's just very like locked in on the mission. I think kind of a healthy mix between Judge Dredd and Butcher would be somewhere where Deathstroke would fall in there. But kind of like the hyper lethality would be very cool.
Oops, wrong one.
Green Arrow took me eye.
I mean, listen, we are doing, I don't know if it's still on the table, but we were doing Teen Titans, right? We were working towards a Teen Titans movie.
That is true.
He's involved with Teen Titans. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is the final thing we have here, maybe?
Yeah, about an hour and a half in, final story of the day before we actually get to talk about Fallout. So, big Star Wars news. Kathleen Kennedy officially steps down and leaves Dave Filoni as kind of the creative studio head, as well as, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Lin-Wen Brennan, I believe, as kind of like the corporate head.
Yes, it's the same as the James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, Filoni is Gunn, and she is Peter Safran,
which is, I think, so needed. I don't think people really talk about how important that is to have someone that's doing the business side of it and someone that can just kind of be like, hey, I want to make stories.
Be creative in the business.
It's like being a head of a company and then being the showrunner of a TV show. It's like Dave kind of gets to be the showrunner. Like, I doubt he doesn't want to work with the numbers or the jumping the hoops, but he just wants to write stories. And I think that's really cool. I think we need to be normalizing that in this space a lot.
Because you can't have a Kevin Feige situation all the time.
No.
Because that's a rarity where somebody can handle both.
Especially
and I would even
doing it,
and I would even argue Feige, I would say, probably takes a step back sometimes in the creative side of things and lets the the Russo brothers do their thing, or let's, when James Gunn was making Guardians films, do his thing, and
If you
just
want a
like
link,
really,
Ronan, let me know. We're
you
talking
know,
follow here shortly.
talk, focuses on one aspect more heavily than the other. But this is something, again. This is we kind of teased this back at the beginning, but this is something that we've been waiting for a while. Like, I'm not even gonna get into all the nitty gritty of why people wanted Kathleen Kennedy out of there and all of this. It's undeniable of like how much good she's done for the entertainment industry over the years. Like, she is one of the like pillars of that,
Mm-hmm.
and from kind of that earlier era of filmmaking and producing and everything like that. But to have Filoni step in that creative role when he was kind of George Lucas's like right hand, like he is, for all intents and purposes, George Lucas's apprentice is the best way to put it. And to finally have him in charge of the creative side of Star Wars, like, the sky's the limit now.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious about this because, again, I'm very couch with Star Wars. Seems like Dave Filoni has kind of been in the mix of everything, of like the best decisions that happen and also the worst. Like, it seems like he's kind of
Yeah.
a mixed bag of it all, which is fine.
More recently, it's been more mixed. Yes.
Mhm. So this will be interesting. It seems like maybe it was just her time to kind of like, I've been doing this for a minute. I've been doing this for a while. She
Yeah.
needed to just like take
It's
a
like,
break.
hey, I
and
need to
step back.
take a step back. Yeah.
I think this is an interesting time to do this because we are in the like transitional era of Star Wars. Like
We're in the world between worlds.
they're about to launch the first movie in cinema since 2019. 2019, yeah. That's a lot. That's a big thing, and we're getting like we're relaunching the movie side of things. We're pitching a whole new franchises. Ahsoka season 2 comes out this year. We're getting spinoffs this year. Like, I don't know. I kind of would have preferred if maybe she stayed on this year to just kind of get their feet wet. Because like, what happens if like Mandalorian and Grogu flops this year? What if that comes out and it's a mess and they have to repivot again?
Maybe that's why she got it. Maybe that's why she's jumping ship right now. Is maybe she's like, I don't know. This, I'm gonna wipe my hands of it, and Filoni, do what you can. I'm out.
But also,
retire.
Like, it's best to hop on when it's a fresh start. Like maybe you want him on board when it's like new blood completely. Okay, these were your brainchilds anyway, so here you go. And we have a couple of the statements she said about what's next. We can jump into a second. Ronan is here. Ronan, how's it going, my friend?
Hey fellas. Hey Tazz. It's been a while.
Was good. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a weird few weeks of the new year, but beyond, at the same time, there's these crazy announcements between IPs all over the board, all over the streams. It's effing wild.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're my Star. Well, I guess you're one of my Star Wars guys, Ronan. I don't know if we've talked about this together yet, but like, what's your kind of vibe on this?
We haven't talked about it. I did a video about it, and I was like, it was weird because this has been said for years now, and then the rumor or the this news was rumbling for the past few days or a week, and then it happened. And I think much like you guys, hi short car, hey everybody. I expected at the very least for this to happen next year, either around the time of Celebration. That way, okay, at Celebration, the movie's gonna come out next month. I love y'all. I'm stepping down, but guess what? Yeah. I'm leaving it with someone who's in charge, and then come in, Lennon and Dave, and like even she could even do like the passing of a lightsaber to both of them, be like, I pass it to you, take care of it. I know you do well. They're saying thank you for your lessons. May the force be with you, and then the fans say goodbye. But yeah, it is interesting. And again, I don't blame her for being like, it's time. And I think she said it in the article that like, I've been prepping them for a few years. I extended beyond what I thought I was going to do. And again, I was hearing right now a take from some folks that I do respect their stuff. And I know a lot of people don't like them or don't agree with this stuff. But like, I was listening to Christian Harloff and John Roca. And they were having good points of views, and I'm of the eye of the like, you know what? Yeah, she did have some misses, big ones, but she also had some wins, big ones,
Yeah.
and it's a thing that I, you guys have been hearing me for these past few years. I have not been running around naked and be like, she destroyed it. We must avenge Star Wars and George Lucas. That has not been my MO. I'm like, no. For every, I can make the argument that potentially, yeah, the sequel trilogy was bumpy, as hell, but we also got Mandalorian and Andor and stuff like Skeleton Crew, and don't even get me started on how rich and constant animation has been, in my opinion, the shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
and
final
all that's
season
been
of
under
Clone
her
Wars.
Yes, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, and
I'm-
that's all been under her watch. So I think that it's an equal good stuff and bad, and I hope, I wish her the best. I truly wish her the best. And as someone,
I'll say
again, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, say what you want about like the TV side the last couple of years. Financially, in terms of the movie, like she has a good track record. Like all of her movies made
Millions.
what all over in the billion mark, right? They're all in like the $1 billion club, I'm pretty sure. So it's like she
Close
hasn't
to
had
it,
the
yeah.
chance to like screw up the box office, I guess. Because again, this is going to be the big year.
Well, I think
Does
really the
Star
first
Wars
flop
come
was Solo.
Solo, I
technically.
think.
Yeah.
Like you are right. Solo is the one. You are.
But again,
right.
Disney bought this company, this IP for $4 billion. I'm pretty sure between just the sequel trilogy, they made their $4 billion back already, and it's just like,
Yeah.
That was Disney's own damn fault. Why Solo flopped? They
Yes,
put it
they
right
got
next to
they got
Infinity
too jumpy. Is they wanted to just release everything.
Morons. That was so stupid. Like I think if you put that out now in like March or something, like maybe not May and June, because I know that is a big month, but like actually, yeah, like I think in like a normal year it's good. You just put it next to like one of the biggest movies that had ever been released ever. Like it was just a bad marketing, bad time. It just, I don't know. Like I think if they tried it again, I think if they came out with like Solo 2 and they tried it again, it would do better. I think it would do better. I do.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about her like the projects that she kind of gave updates?
Oh yeah. And, so here's the thing too with Star Wars. Star Wars is in a very similar spot to what we were talking about with DC. Is like they keep announcing 8 million things. This is happening. That's happening. This is on hold, but don't worry about it. It's gonna probably come out.
Yeah.
Future updates on Star Wars. James Mangold's film is quote unquote on hold, but has an incredible script. Donald Glover has turned in a script for the Lando movie. Simon Kinberg is actively working on a trilogy of films that Dave and Linwin are very on board for. Taika Waititi turned in a script for a film she calls, quote, hilarious and great. I know that was one that threw a lot of people for a loop, and then confirms the Hunt for Ben Solo script is also on the back burner, which I thought that was dead in the water. I thought that was completely turned down, but now
someone explain
what?
as very casual Star Wars, I like when they had come out and said like, oh yeah, they like turned it down a couple like years ago. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. He's fucking dead. Yeah, of course they turned it down. And then like there's hundreds of people online who are like, release the like Hunt for Solo. I'm like, what? Why? I don't really. Again, like maybe it's just a thing I'm not getting. Would it be a prequel, or
I thought of it? Yeah.
Do we bring them back to? I thought we didn't like when we brought back dead characters. Like I'm so confused. I don't.
Yeah,
get
no,
it.
that would certainly break canon because we literally saw him become a Force Ghost.
Force Ghost Adventures.
He would. Yeah, it would either have to be Force Ghost Adventures, like through the world between worlds. Yeah. Or we would have to do some real fancy, like,
de-aging prequel.
I don't know. You might have thought that I was in that tank, but turns out I wasn't. Something like that. Like,
want to come back? Like it feels like him out of all the like new cast has kind of been like, see ya. Like,
well, because he wrote, but didn't he write the? He's the one that brought the idea. Yes, like
with Soderbergh.
Yeah. So, Adam Driver wanted to do this. Like, this is his story. Which also then makes me question his understanding of of Star Wars lore a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. I think tweaking it would be great. Some sort of Ben Solo project with Adam Driver. Again, whether that be just
Yeah.
Ben Solo hanging out in Force Ghost space, or a prequel, or
I'd be more down with a prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
But
but then why would it be Adam Driver if it was a prequel? Because like
it'd be,
at that point you would have to cast younger.
You would think they would cast younger, but then again, we're in the age where they'd rather do de-aging for Luke Skywalker than the cast, and it's just like, and then AI is rolling about, and it's just like, oh
God, oh yeah.
And again, you said like the world between worlds thing. I'm like, that's something that, and I love that concept. Don't use it all the time, because
but yes, that would be a cop out too. Like it
Yeah.
works well because Ahsoka is like the only character really tackling it, and the only show really tackling it. But yeah, if everybody kind of used it as a clutch.
And like out of all the cast, like like we have Wright coming back, which I think is very smart. I think that's a good way to like transition into the new era. But I'm like, okay, where's my Finn movie? I want Finn. Give him like flowers that he deserves. Like I want my like Finn Jedi, which he has said that he would consider it under the right pitch. I've been pitching forever. Like give him like a TV show. Like
I don't blame him.
Like,
You know what I'll say?
Mm.
You know what's been the good Finn story? Maximus in Fallout. That's what Finn should have been.
Yes. Oh, do you? That was perfect.
Like the kind of like the defector,
Stormtrooper.
going. Yeah, exactly. Like his arc in this season of Fallout is what Finn's arc should have been in the sequel.
In the sequels. That's what they were gonna do in episode 9 initially. And again, people will say, "Oh, that script was trash" and whatnot. I'm like, listen, I don't know how it would have turned out in the movie, but from what I have read of that script, what the people that adapted it to a comic book and the concept art that I've seen, I pay money to see some of that rendered in live action, see how that would turn out, because he at one point in the concept art, he's leading stormtroopers, defective stormtroopers, holding a rebellion flag with like, and all the stormtroopers are wearing colors of the rebellion, like, which is a fascinating iconography that you can put in. Like you said, that's perfect, like brilliant. Like, yeah, because he, in essence, he's kind of, it's a different iteration, different parallels, but he's kind of like the James Marsden of Star Wars, where like like he's Cyclops and he's Finn, and then nothing. Like you get to episode 8, he's doing the exact same thing he was trying to do in episode 7, and then by the time you get to episode 9, between the edit, it's like he, is he Force Ghost? Does he love Rey? And it's just like, come on now. I don't know. It's a weird fascination, this Ben Solo project, because again, you keep saying the Skywalker saga's ended, but ... not really. And
that's where they went wrong. That's where they went wrong initially too. Was going back to the old story, right? Is I think that we would be singing a completely different tune if this was all set 250 to 500 years pre the original 2 trilogies or post the original 2 trilogies. If these were all just brand new characters, had nothing to do with anything, you tell the exact same stories and take out the Skywalker lightsaber and the Skywalker connections, we'd be singing a completely different tune.
Yeah.
History repeating itself in Star Wars, I could see that. And again, I don't know if you know this, but like from what I had heard, and I don't know if it's officially canon, comment section, let me know if I'm wrong. The reason you see all those orphans who are stormtroopers now in Force Awakens is that I heard that the First Order targeted veterans of the rebellion and kidnapped their kids and made them stormtroopers. And I'm like, that concept is a movie right there.
Interesting.
That's a series right there. I'm like, why the hell? The reason why the First Order came to rise and all that is more fascinating than what happens in the sequel trilogy, in my opinion. And that and you could do so much stuff there that could allude to what happened in the past without repeating so much of the same beats and stuff again.
Yeah, 100%. But again, I think it was definitely time for a shakeup. I think we are in uncertain territory, uncertain ground, but the next 1 to 3 years within Star Wars are going to be very telling of where this IP goes. because I think after about 3 years, we will be able to get a good feel for, okay, this is the direction that Star Wars is going in, and is it good? Is it not?
I partially agree with that. I think that um a lot of people were ecstatic for these news, which again, it's it's what it is with part of the fan base, not all of it. Um, and I'm very interested to see that hopefully lessons were learned of these past, what was it, 14 years, that
Yeah.
not everything was a miss, but not everything was a hit. And like,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to keep mixing it up and keeping stuff distinct on their own and fresh. Some stuff can be connected. Some stuff, make them their own thing, make them a one-off, and let it be done, and let that live in. And again, something I've been saying for DC, I would even throw it into to Star Wars and be like, you know what? Do a Star Wars TV movie. You've done in the past with the Ewok stuff, but just don't make it a campy and like a straight to home video thing to sell toys. Like tell a story that you don't need to dump $200 million on,
Special
and you don't.
presentation.
Yeah, you don't have to like write 8 hours of storytelling just to meet a quota. I'm like, if there's a story enough that you can do at a lower budget that doesn't break the bank, go for it. There's plenty of stuff to still explore with Star Wars. I still, people will criticize what I say, that people will say it's creatively bankrupt. I'm like, I disagree. It's just that we need to pull the levers on a lot of stuff and manage it right. The whole thing of like the Mangold film that's in the back burner. I'm like, that breaks my heart a little bit, but like keep that idea stat, because that one you have carte blanche for the most part. Like it is so distinct. You can do anything you want. And
you can do an entire era just there.
Yes.
Like that could be your new trilogy, your next 6, 7, 10 movies could be in that era. You could do whatever you want, which is so much more fascinating to me, to kind of have like a distinguished starting point to everything. Like it's not kind of what people kind of wanted from the very start. Like they wanted to know where the story started. It's like, here, this is where the story starts at the very beginning, and that's fascinating.
Yeah, and also to piggyback what Tazz was saying, learn this one lesson. Don't start announcing stuff that either is not locked in a script or locked in to be like, okay, director and writer, you two are going to be working on this in set time. Unless something, an family emergency happens, you committed to it. Are you going to do it or not? Yeah. And like, let's settle with it, because again, the one movie that's been coming out now that's quote unquote announced all these years ago is Mandalorian Grogu, but it was announced through a press conference article on StarWars.com. It wasn't announced at a celebration. At celebration, what was announced? It was Mangold's movie, the Rey movie, and Dave is directing his own movie that might be Avengers-esque Star Wars, but it's in the back burner now.
Heir to the Empire.
Which I would love that, but like even after this, I don't know when we're gonna get that movie.
I 100% think that's on the hold until Mandalorian comes out, because I think they need to see, because I think that's what it is. Like I think that's the crossover within the little Mandoverse. That's
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
So like they're waiting to be like, if it flops, they're gonna be like, oh no. Obviously, people don't give a shit. But
yeah, then they'll just probably do it in Ahsoka season 3 or something.
Or they could shift to be like, well, this crossover is just either it could just be like Mandalorian season 4. It could just be an own separate like Disney Plus show. So yeah, they're definitely. I think everything we're looking at Star Wars right now rides on Mandalorian doing well at the box office. I think the entire future of the entire franchise rides on this movie, which sounds like an overreaction, but I also think it's been 6 years since they've had a movie in theater. So I kind of, there's a part of me that kind of wishes this wasn't the first movie back. Like I kind of wish they did the Ryan Gosling movie first. I think that
Starfighter.
I think that would have been a better. Okay, it's lightsabers. It's a big star in Hollywood. It seems very like traditional Star Wars, but also new Star Wars. So I think that would have been a great like. But I get it. It wasn't done yet, so this is the first.
I'm hopeful.
All right, Tazz, you want to transition into our final thing here?
Yeah, final topic of the night, and that is going to be, if I can find the thingy for it, Fallout Season 2, Episode 5. I don't know the titles for the episodes this season, actually.
I'm really bad at those. It's
Yeah,
freaking
what is this
something.
episode called? This is the episode where the ghoul gets absolutely hammered. Yeah,
The
so
Wrangler.
the Wrangler.
Wrangler.
Okay. The Wrangler. So episode 5, we kind of continue right where we left off once again at the end of the previous episode, picking up with Lucy and the ghoul facing off against the Death Claws on the Vegas Strip. Absolutely loved this. I saw some of those high-res images. I think IGN released them. Dude, those Death Claws look so good. They're they're a mix of practical and CG, aren't they? Like it looks so good. And once again, want to just praise this show for doing practical sets, practical effects, practical costuming. Like incredible. Like how tough is that to do for all other shows? And we talked about Tomb Raider, we talked about God of War. I hope they continue to make those shows in the same way that they are making Fallout. Like Prime has got something special with this, and they need to continue to put as much love and care into future seasons of Fallout, but also future projects as well.
I think back to God of War, and like if you can make God of War look as good as the show does,
dude, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're in for it, buddy.
Boy.
And Tomb Raider too. Like you can design some real elaborate tombs.
The set pieces.
Yeah.
Like in fairness, though, I think there's a reason we barely saw them in the episode. Like I think that's my only issue with the episode is I was like, all right, let's get this fight.
Yeah, they were there for 3 minutes.
I was like, oh, okay. Well,
and it was also if you notice too, it was all at night as well. We've not seen the Death Claws during the day. That I wonder if we will, because that's in New Vegas. That's a big thing, is just going through the desert and just getting absolutely slimed by Death Claws.
I need them to come back around to all of this later on.
Yeah. It's a feat to beat it. I saw a gameplay and it's like it took someone with a mech like minutes to take it down. Not seconds, minutes.
Yeah, dude. Well, I got my stuff rocked in Call of Duty because they added Death Claws to zombies. And I just kept getting destroyed by them. Like there was like a special thing that you could do to spawn like a high value target version of it. It wrecked me in like 2 seconds. Like I got insta melted, but that's okay.
It also makes sense though, because like we're not at our full strength yet, right? Like we're down like one of our main 3 players. Also, Lucy is like not well. She is
she's still hopped up on the buff out.
Like she is in like we need her at full strength to fight this thing, and I do think we'll come back around when she's at full strength. Now that we've got there, and also with like Maximus with this full on big suit.
Yes,
I could see that.
And if you have seen the trailer for next week, dude, next week's gonna be freaking insane.
Okay, I have not seen the promo,
but I'm not. That's all I'm gonna say. But back on the subject of the Deathclaw fight or lack thereof. Once again, another great video game moment is Lucy asking if the ghoul had a rocket launcher in his backpack. Because that's just a video game thing. He's like, do you have a rocket launcher in your inventory? No. I wish I did, but no. I thought that was great. Again, just this show doing little things of like just sprinkling in just video game elements. Just, again, it does it so well. Also, too, with kind of the main plot of this episode is Ghoul was like, all right, again, I'm going to go find a bar, go get absolutely sloshed. Here's some money. Go figure out your drug problem and meet me back at the hotel later on. Like, they're both doing their own little side quests. And again, Lucy had a fun side quest this week, which once again showing her kind of descent into the dark side there is... She goes to buy the Addictol, which is also something from the games. Like I think it's great that they're adding all of these little game elements to it. So
Does it do the
basically,
same
it's
thing from the games? Is it
yeah.
like the
So
same
basically, it's an inhaler to get rid of a drug addiction, which again, you can just
Oh,
get drug
you can get
addictions
high
in Fallout.
in
Well,
games?
because they give you buffs, just like Buff Out did for Lucy
Oh,
in the shows. It kind of made her a little bit more aggressive,
okay.
a little bit more skilled as far as fighting and stuff goes. You can do very similar things in the game. But she goes to buy this medicine to kind of alleviate her addiction, and realizes she doesn't have enough caps for it. So what do you do when you don't have enough caps for something in the Fallout universe? You sneak in the back door and go try to steal it. So she goes to steal the medicine. She finds this power fist and she also steals it, putting things into her inventory, which is great. I can literally just see the little like press A to take. So yeah, she takes that stuff, puts it in her inventory. As she's on her way out, she sees dude in the bucket. Realizes dude in the bucket is actually the owner of the store. Guy in the store is not the real owner of the store, and is like, hey, don't make me do something I'm gonna regret. And gets into a little standoff, shoots the guy, and is like, oh, I might have killed him. So yeah, she's season 1 Lucy would not have done that. Beginning of this season, Lucy would not have done that.
Yeah.
So it's showing just the number one, the ghoul rubbing off on her, but number two, the lengths that you do have to go to survive in the wasteland is you can't just, like the ghoul said, you can't go around shooting people in the butt all day, right? Like you've got to actually kind of go for the kill shot if you don't want to die as well.
And I feel like, I don't know, like that aspect of it didn't really hit as much for me. Like I think she's always been like very self-defense. Like if she has to, she will.
Yes.
But she doesn't like it. I think the stealing is like the big one for me. It's like, oh, this is not the Lucy we once knew.
That's true.
Going past what, because originally she would have been like, well, I'll go here and I'll find money here and I'll come back here, and like she would have found the workaround to.
Yeah, she would have gone on another side quest to go make more money.
And so yeah, I think it's interesting that like her and the guy that she killed aren't that far off. Like they were both very much like, because he's probably, I mean, I guess killing the store owner was probably pretty bad.
Naked.
But we don't know exactly like what led to those moments either. Like maybe the store owner was about to kill him, and he's like, well, I have to kill him first to, and I feel like Lucy maybe could have got there as well. The naked part's a bit concerning. I don't know what happened there, but like in general, it's a great parallel to show how far Lucy has come and to show she is slumming.
Or how far she's fallen.
It's sad in ways. Yeah.
I mean, she didn't fall as far as the ghoul did at the end, but
Yeah.
And I think how, and you'll get here, Tazz, but like how the episode ends, I think is going to push her way faster than we have seen anywhere else. It's like, I think that broke something in her. I think
that shit was fucking sad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude.
It was then something snapped. Something inside of me. I didn't care anymore.
It's that line. We were just starting to get along, and just like he's like, yeah, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
fucking sad, man. It's so good, man. I've been telling the rest of the boys, I'm like, and you guys know me, I'm a Last of Us hardcore fan. If this season sticks the landing at the end, Fallout goes number one over Last of Us for me.
Yeah. Well, dude, we had this conversation during Last of Us. We were like, oh, if it sticks the landing, it's going to be great. It faltered. So Fallout, now is your chance.
Yeah.
I think this season definitely did. Again, we kind of, Darren and I have been talking about this every week, is slow start. But like, I think after episode 3 onwards, for me at least, have been peak and even more peak. Like, I didn't even mind the slow start to this season. I've been absolutely loving it. If it counts for anything, my brother, who is very hypercritical of Last of Us Season 2, absolutely is loving Fallout Season 2 as a big Fallout game fan as well. He's literally spent hours today. He kept calling me and was like, dude, I'm trying to download the Tale of Two Wastelands mod. We're going to try to play Fallout 3 in multiplayer, but you got to download this VPN. You got to download like 500 mods, do the Wabbajack, get on, your Nexus mods, and I'm like, slow down. But it's like just even seeing somebody who is already a fan of the games become reinvigorated to want to play the games again because of how good the show is. Somebody like me who has very sparingly played the games and is, delved into the lore a little bit, getting very excited to also play the games on my own. Looking at cast interviews, Ella Purnell has said, "Oh yeah, I want to go play Fallout New Vegas after the season comes out and see all the things that we brought up in the show in practice in the game." Like
the robot.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Bar. Yeah. Like, I'm like, yo, that's from the game, isn't it? Yeah.
It makes you want to just explore. Like, this is a show, and we've talked about this a lot, but like, I just want to explore this giant wasteland. Like I want to go meet all these these merchants and these characters. There's these there's these like one-off characters that we see in the show. I kind of want to learn more about. What was the one guy this week that just had the sign that said like "punch me" or something? I'm like, what the hell is this?
Lucy was like, "Oh no, I'm good, thanks."
I'm like, let's follow his day to day. What does
his
day to day look like?
Just a random NPC, right? Again, very much so a video game thing.
That's a thing you would, you would have actually been able to punch him in the game if you wanted.
Yeah. You look at what Lucy's brother's going through, and he found someone who like has kindred spirit of like, I just started a week ago on this. Like, I don't know about all this stuff, and it's like, is how's that gonna combat? And like you said, like I started kicking off for you for episode 3. To me, I've been thinking it since the first episode, but to me, the first thing I'm like, ooh, this season's going harder. Is the cold opening to episode 2?
Yes.
When was
it Maximus's backstory
in the hills, the Dusty Hills? What are the places called?
Sandy Shores.
I think so, something like that.
Or Shady Sands. Is that?
I think so, Shady Sands.
Yeah. Sandy Shores. I think that's a Fortnite drop.
Yeah, I think it is.
But seeing that on when you're like, is it gonna be a cold opening this week, or like what's gonna happen? And dude, the stuff with Cooper in the flashbacks, like when him getting drunk and like him, the guy telling him the date. That's the date. It's the birth date of my daughter. And and it's like, bro,
that's an interesting thing too. I can't remember where I saw it. It might have been a TikTok where basically is some side quest in Fallout New Vegas tying into the Enclave. There's like an Enclave AI that said that it was put into service on that date just hours before the time that Mr. House mentions in the episode. So I'm going to get all into that theory. I guess might as well jump into that now. The theory that I've seen thrown around, the theory that now I'm subscribing to as well, is that whether she is the one to actually hit the button or not, it's got to be his wife, right? It's got to be Barb. And she might be working for the Enclave. And I'm not super familiar with what it is, but basically there's another shadowy organization, another player at the table.
Hydra.
That's not the U.S. government. That's not Robco. That's not, any of these other, companies in Fallout. It's the Enclave. It's like the big bad scary guys, and that's most likely who Cooper's wife is working for or with.
And who made the creatures? Because they're like, we don't know where that came from. And it's like, what if that's where they come from?
Yes, exactly. And that was sold to the U.S. government, so it wasn't necessarily a government experiment, but it was a government-acquired experiment. So there's a lot, man. Like the lore goes deep here.
Yeah.
So again, for game fans, you can go that deep and see like, oh, this little thing was mentioned in this random side quest in this game that you could only get if you made this decision, that decision, and actually see it happen.
And
one of our friends.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, go.
One of our friends this week on like one of his TikToks pitched like being just like, we could have a whole show in this like little timeline. Like we could do a prequel show set in Fallout, because there is just so much about the creation of this that I feel like we could fully dive in. Like this could have been an entire show. This could have been show of just like
here's your pitch. It's called before the Fallout.
Yeah.
or Fallout 76 or whatever they're like. It's like
Yeah.
Fallout 40, whatever. And it's just like, oh
Yeah.
no, it's the first 2 years before all these corporations start planning together and be like, yo,
Oh,
we gotta
interesting.
drop it.
Yeah.
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 You could totally do
This
it.
is some of my favorite stuff this season.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, and you know, Ronan, you mentioned it briefly, but just kind of like the parallel of Cooper in present day versus him in the past, just like kind of drinking his sorrows away. And the fact that then by the end of the episode, you learn why he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go get absolutely blitzed tonight because of what he has done.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that is selling Lucy out, basically, right? And he does that
Mhm.
to get back to his family. And I would like to know both of your guys' opinion on this. We
Mm.
see the cryo chambers with his wife and daughter's names on them.
Huh.
The chambers are frosted out. We don't actually see
The
the
bodies.
people
What if they're
in
not
the
in it?
chambers. Either have they already escaped and Hank is just completely bluffing, or has he taken them out and is holding them hostage and they're less safe than
Yeah.
Cooper thinks?
I kind of think it's. I kind of think it'd be way more interesting if they've been out for a while.
I do
I
too.
think it'd be
I
really
do too.
interesting. What if the wife isn't even here anymore? Like, what if she's gone? What if we keep the wife in the show though, and have her play the daughter instead, or something like that? Like, or like something like
They
that.
say,
is like-
oh wait, that's such a good idea.
or like like maybe it's not her, but like maybe an actress that kind of looks like her, and he comes up as like, "Is that you?" It's like dad, and like maybe that's how we end the
What-
season or something like that. That could be kind of sick. That would be kind of cool.
I don't know how far you guys want me to go into that, but Darren, you kind of described the plot of Fallout 4 a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, oh, I know what you're hinting at. Because
Yeah,
there's,
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So Darren, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a cold opening in Fallout 4 for what I saw. Someone showed it to me, and it kind of like it syncs what happens in the cold opening of episode 2 of this season, and the cold opening of the first episode of season 1, where like the bomb goes off,
Yeah.
and what do you do with a plan and whatnot. And well, you hinted at Taz is right.
Oh,
that
man.
there's
There's
that arc
so
thing
much.
in 4 that like it's like yo, you gotta find a missing.
Like
person.
I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, I've
Dang.
been-
and
I've been
there's
debating
also
to-
some Enclave ties too.
Yeah.
Man. All
I
right. Once
fucking
you
love the show, man.
yeah.
Like even the moment with Cooper when they get into the hotel, the protest. You see the senator saying like, "We don't, corporations shouldn't rule what we're saying," and she gets shoved, and like Cooper picks her up and she recognizes like, "You're him." He's like, "Yeah," and he's like
Yeah.
himself being like, "Keep fighting, like keep doing what you're doing," and it's just like,
Keep fighting the
yo,
good fight.
Yeah, you're the marketing boy for them, and you're telling me this, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so relevant.
Oh well, you missed it when we talked about it last week. I believe I mentioned it last week. I think it's funny to think that obviously Cooper is the face of Vault Tech right now, but obviously when he cuts ties, Cooper leaving Vault Tech is the reason why we have the Vault Boy in all the marketing post Cooper Howard, which
The
I
Pit
think
Boy,
is
yeah. And they've been, I don't know if you guys seen the interviews, but someone asked Jonathan Nolan and Todd Howard, I think. Yeah, the creative director.
Where's Fallout New Vegas Remastered, Todd?
That and also that like there's been some specific actors who have appeared in the games that
Yes.
would they appear in the show, and Jonathan and Todd were looking to them, they're like like there's one particular act that we would want to come back, but we'll see. You'd have to wait to watch the rest of the show. And it's like, and you know who I'm talking about, Taz. They're hinting at like maybe he might show up. And I'll leave it at that because it'd be cool if they can get him for the show.
Yeah. War never changes.
Yes.
Oh man, dude, like there's so much good stuff. And okay, so other big thing is we kind of skimmed over him, but Mr. House, like we got obviously the reveal that we have, a body double. I saw somebody saying he's not Robert House, he's like Bob, what is it? Like Bob Apartment or something like that.
So that's why he looks different this season, right? Is that what like they're kind of
Yes. So the body double that brings Cooper up to meet the real Mr. House has been playing Mr. House
for years.
for years. So he was the guy, he was the Robco representative at the table last season.
Yeah.
But the guy that we meet this week / we met, you know,
First
in
episode.
previous weeks, yes, he is the real Robert
Okay.
House.
It's like Ra's al Ghul and Batman Begins, where like, oh, they
Yeah.
thought it was Ken Watanabe. It's like, no,
Yes, that's the perfect comparison.
Yeah, I think that's fun though because like the only that's like the only main
Robbie
criticism-
property.
That's the only criticism I saw from people this season was just like they fucked it up. How could they do it? Like he doesn't even look the same and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't really give a shit really, but like it's cool that like the one criticism is like
oh no, dude,
is like planned from the start. Like this was their entire goal.
Yeah. Dude, I love Robert House in this. Like, he's great. Like, I know, yes, like I know a lot of people were very excited for this going into this season, especially with all the different possible endings of New Vegas. He literally wore like the tinfoil hat in this episode as well. So again, if you've played the game, you see like the shriveled up version of him, and I've seen people theorizing that, oh, the shriveled up version of Mr. House in the game is actually the body double Mr. House, not the real Mr. House, and he's still somewhere out there. Or I don't even know. And it just like the interaction between him and Cooper, like he spooked Coop like crazy. He was like, I know I'm not the one to drop the bombs. Maybe it's you, Mr. Howard. Maybe you're going to drop the bombs.
Which in essence terrified him because he's like, usually I know everything that's going on, but there's something I don't know and I'm still trying to figure it out. And like, again, as someone who hasn't played the games, people being mad about that, I'm like, no, what the show's been doing, what it's been talking about, the thematics, it makes sense that some big guy who runs all this stuff would play in the shadows. You don't, you know, and he's you know, he says the house always wins. The house doesn't always, you know, the dealer itself showing the cards. They're watching up above how the dealer is doing and making the moves of like, you know, kick him out, let him play, you know, do this and whatnot. It's literally the essence of poker and a casino. Like, oh, so meta, so good.
Dude, yeah, man, I'd love to go. So they've got to open up like like I know they have like Fallout like fan events and stuff like that. Do a Lucky 38. Like, come on, that'd be
gonna do that.
That'd be
would
so
make
fun.
much sense. Yeah,
dude. And also when he got after all the crazy revelation when Cooper was getting drunk at the party, is he rode the nuclear missile like mechanical bull. Yeah. Oh man, that was hilarious. If
Prime Video would be smart, and I would tell Bethesda Games, Bethesda Studios, and Nolan, be like, yo, rent out a casino for a weekend. And I will happily make reservations and spend a weekend there and just vlogging and streaming. Like, oh my gosh, I'm in a Fallout casino on like.
Yeah. And like, you know, make all the, turn all the rooms and make them look like vaults or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. No, and also if you don't know, is Lucky 38, I believe, is on top of a vault.
That tracks. Because again, they said that like that Lucy's father is in a vault, like it's in a secure facility way underground. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is that Mr. House ends up as like the AI version of himself. Like pretty much bombs drop, Mr. House uploads his consciousness and he is the computer there. And then he ends up taking over a vault. Like he wins a vault in a gamble. Like it was a vault that decided everything based off of gambling. And he won the gamble. So then Mr. House took over the vault and basically made the casino on top, and then the vault underneath is as it was, is kind of preserved in that regard.
I can buy that again, like the Chainsaw.
Yo, Chainsaw.
The woke awakens.
Don't scroll back. I didn't say anything bad. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
No.
But yeah, I can't wait to buy this on Blu-ray. Like again, we're not even done yet. I want it on Blu-ray. I I've been contemplating for a while now that I'm like, besides having a background of like Last of Us, I might want to just put like a Nuka-Cola, like you see the poster of Nuka-Cola with the hot lady, like it's very 40s. Bomber planes train. Like I would want that. I would want like.
You have your bottles, Taz?
Yes, I do. Okay, put me full screen. Boom.
There it is.
I've got the sodas, and also I forgot that I had this. This is from an old Loot Crate. Is a Vault Boy bobblehead. Man. Yeah,
I haven't heard Loot Crate in a long ass time.
Yeah, and then I don't have it here, but I do have a Fallout neon sign that I got from Target.
Oh, the lighted one that says Fallout?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm looking for that one. Yeah. I think, hold on. I think I have it here. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Fallout show and tell. I'm thinking, so while we're on the subject of that, let's do the soda tasting for the finale.
Yes.
So I'll pop them in the fridge. We'll have all the flavors here. I'll try them all. I believe my brother said his favorite one is the Sunset Sarsaparilla, the one that tastes like a root beer.
What week is that?
Vault Boy.
3 weeks left.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got my own right there. I'm like, yeah, I've been thinking about it because it's like it's weird. I don't know why I haven't played it yet because retro sci-fi 50/40s, the soundtrack of this show with all these songs.
It's so good.
It's very
so my alley.
Very you coded, I feel like.
So much my alley.
I bought 4 a couple weeks ago because it was like $5 on like the PlayStation store. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it and then I'll play it eventually. I just too many games. Too many games are coming out.
I know. Well, I didn't even get to mention it earlier, but they just had the Resident Evil Requiem showcase. I still need to play the rest of Resident Evil. I'm like a third of the way through Resident Evil 2. I'm not catching up in time.
It's a commitment.
But I need to. There's a lot there. I've been going all deep, full force into the lore. Apparently, they're remaking another game too. They're remaking Code Veronica. That's the rumor that's coming out before the end of this year as well.
Bruh. But yeah, man, I love this show, what it's doing. I really hope. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I wish the marketing would be harder.
Yeah,
and out because it's a water cooler show, and it's like the year you put it out on a weekly basis. You're not telling grandmas and grandpas and uncles and aunts to watch this. Like the kids and the cousins are gonna watch it, no doubt. But like,
you have to like dig for the trailers for the episodes.
Again, The Last of Us has better marketing than Fallout. It's like, how the hell are you not marketing off? Like, why aren't you sponsoring Coca-Cola to draw Nuka-Cola's out right now?
Well, it's what is it? The Jones soda is what it is.
Yeah, how come you're not doing I don't know, soundtracks and like on the radio stations and just play from the hit Fallout TV show and play these songs out? And it's punkers out there. In my opinion, they're missing out on stuff.
Yeah, put Walton Goggins on SNL again or something like that.
This is a TV issue in general. None of them are marketing their shows. We have a bunch of shows right now that should be the biggest shows in the world, and they're just not. Like, you had all those articles about how Stranger Things did this it broke numbers this year or did these things this year, and everyone's like, why is this still the number one show? Because they market the fuck out of it. They were on every, the thing of Pepsi, every chip, they had the Chips Ahoy, they promos every week and a bunch of they absolutely, I don't know, they just promoted it. And I think if you promoted shows like Last of Us, like Fallout, like Percy Jackson, like Daredevil, people would actually be watching, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
Before I don't know how close we are to ending this, Taz. I know you have to get up in the morning. Taz, do you have or not Taz? Ronan, do you want to talk just a couple minutes about Knights of the Seven Kingdoms while we have you here? I know you can't say a lot because you've seen the whole season, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you like the first episode?
Yes, I liked it.
Okay.
I really liked it. Is it the strongest of the season? No. But
that's exciting. If
you're new to the franchise, it's a good way in. Mm-hmm. And if you're a hardcore fan, it's necessary that this episode went the way it did because it's making it clear that this is not Game of Thrones and this is not House of the Dragon. There's no incest. There's no sex scenes every 5 minutes. There's no gory stuff every 15 minutes. Like, it's not that. It's still in Westeros, but we're looking at it through a different lens. And the push up for it is that it's fresh and new for people on out. There's stuff there. You're gonna hear names and houses that you're like, oh, I know that house. I know that house. But I really, really liked it. Now that I had seen the whole season, I bought the book. I bought the Night of the Seven Kingdoms book, and I read because in the book there's 3 stories. They're novella sizes. The first story in that book, they're adapting season 1, and I'll say this: book readers, you'll be happy. You'll be happy with what they do with the season, in my opinion. Okay. And as someone who likes Game of Thrones a lot, but it's not my Star Wars. They did a really good job, and the music is beautiful. The production design is impeccable, and the guy Peter and Dexter, the guys they got to play Duncan Egg, just phenomenal. Like, they're gonna give Lucy and the Goal, Joel and Ellie, and Mando and Grogu a run for their money.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected from it. I don't know. I'm kind of like, again, I'm so casual Game of Thrones. Like, I binged Game of Thrones before House of the Dragon, so I'm not as connected as most people. And House of the Dragon kind of lost me in the back half of season 1. I wasn't in for the recasting and the time jump. It just kind of threw me off. But I kind of fucked with this, like, the first episode of this show. I was like, I think it's exactly what they need right now, honestly. Like, honestly, I kind of think that maybe they should have done this after Game of Thrones instead of House of the Dragon, just as a nice, like, cushy transition point from, like, all the outrage of that original show. I think it would have been nice to be like, hey, this is a nice, comfy little soft landing. It's not like we're not doing the big dragons, we're not doing the massive fights, or, at least up into this point, something a little chiller as a nice transition. I like it's more like focused in on the characters. I like that there's not 75 characters I have to follow every episode. It's like, hey, it's this guy and this child, and that's kind of it. And that's fun. I like that there's not like, because I love Game of Thrones, but sometimes it was hard to follow. Sometimes there was so much going on. Yeah. And it's like, wait, you don't know character 766 we met 5 seasons ago? Come on, guys. So,
and it's not like there's no big war. Like, it's just a dude trying to make his name. And he's so commitment and has such perseverance that you're like, oh, buddy, come on now, like pull it together. But then you're like, yeah, man, like get to know these folks, and like you'll make it one day. And yeah, man, I really, like you said, I fuck with it. It's again, maybe hot take. I haven't seen the season. It's my favorite Game of Thrones thing. And I really like House of the Dragon. Okay. And I really like the first few seasons of Game of Thrones. And there's characters I really like in both those shows. But there's something about this one that just did a number on me. And I can't wait for you guys to watch the rest of the season. There's going to be moments. I could already tell you that in a couple, I won't say it. Like, there's going to be a moment where I'm going to feel people going, oh, okay. And it's like, no, you need to start this way to get to those moments.
Yeah, fair. Wasn't a Game of Thrones series recently? There's always a Game of Thrones series announced. They announce a new show, fucking what's a rumor? It's like a freaking. They can't decide if it's going to be like a TV show or a movie yet, or something like that.
Aegon's Conquest, Aegon's Conquest, Arya Stark sequel series, Jon Snow sequel series, TBD for a lot of that stuff. Again, George has enough problems with getting his books out. Like, I wouldn't announce new shows until more books are set in, and then you can like, okay, you can play out.
I think keeping it to 2 is very smart. I think go to do what The Boys is doing right now, where you're not going to get a new House of the Dragon series out every year, so you can do. I mean, I guess this year we're doing both, so I guess this doesn't really work. But like, okay, this year is Knights of the Seven Kingdom. Next year's House of the Dragon. Knights of the Seven Kingdom, House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon wraps up. Okay, here's the Arya show, and kind of just do that like every year, so you have one. I think if you do more than one a season or like one a year,
Yeah, it
might
gets
be
bloated.
overkill. I don't like. I think Game of Thrones works because it's not like kind of similar to to like Stranger Things a little bit, which I think I don't know most people agree with. I think it kind of works because it's not like if there was a Stranger Things season every single year, I don't think it would have been as big of a thing because it's like, oh, another one, all right. Like I think it was only so big because it was an event because it's like, okay, it's back, guys, let's go, you know. So, all right, Taz, I'll give the reins back.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I think we pretty much covered everything Fallout wise. I think really just the last thing that I wanted to talk about was just go a little bit more in depth on that final scene of the episode. So basically, in the background, is Hank has been perfecting the mind control chip from Mr. House. He uses it on the sketchy merchant back from the first season, who I guess technically on the marketing side of things, we have been seeing doing that like little fake talk show week to week, which is actually pretty funny. I think that's great. We also got another robot from the game as well. What was that thing called? Was it like Mr. Fisto or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Like something weird. Anyway, again, fun little callback to the games. But Hank ends up, like I said, perfecting the mind control and using him to go and get Lucy. So Ghoul makes the deal to hand Lucy over in return, secure the safety of his wife and daughter. Which, like we said, we don't even know if Hank is telling the truth. Is he bluffing? Are they actually there? Are they still in cryo? Are they out? Are they even in the vault to begin with? Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out next week. But like we said, Lucy gets absolutely just heartbroken by Cooper giving her up like that. She was like, "Hey, I thought we were a team. I thought we were working together." And Cooper's response was great. I saw Walton Goggins talking about this before the episode even came out. Is his line perfect response? It was like, family's an effed up thing. And, he's got to prioritize his blood family over now this found family. But I think he's going to realize that either maybe the family that he finds isn't the family that he lost, or he's going to realize that the family that he finds does not see him as the same person that they lost 200 years ago. So I think we're in for an emotional roller coaster on his side as well as Lucy's side. But before the episode wrapped up, she pulls out her gauntlet from the inventory, punches Cooper out the window. He falls, gets impaled. Gotta love the fact that the Ghoul can just survive pretty much anything. So it seems like next week's going to be the classic, like, all right, Ghoul is knocked out for the episode, so he's going to have a ton more flashbacks. So we're going to continue with the flashbacks where we left off, getting more and more of that backstory. He's going to learn a lot more about what his wife is planning, which again is why I think we get into the Enclave stuff, why we get into maybe she's the one to actually drop the bombs. I think we're going to learn a lot more about that side of things next week, while Lucy gets reunited with her father, gets to kind of see what he's been planning, and it basically seems like the big thing that he's going to try to do is get her basically go home and let me do my thing, let me, create the mind control. And I think he's going to try to use that mind control on his daughter by the end of the episode, which, again, she's going to realize, hey, this is kind of messed up, and we're going to have to make a decision. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I'm curious. We still have 3 more episodes, which honestly...
Yeah. Is a lot.
Kind of seems like a lot for where we're at. Like, I feel like typically at most shows we're talking about, we're like, how are they going to wrap this up? And now I'm kind of like, how are we going to make this last 3 more episodes? Like, where are we going?
Well, no, there's so much. I think this season could have easily been 8 to 12 episodes. I think, like, unless you leave storylines open for season 3, which I'm sure they will. I think that's the only fear with this show not sticking the landing in season 2. Is that there are so many moving pieces. Not everything can have a satisfying conclusion. So we might not get a conclusion to anything. Like, we might just hit another stopping point and be like, all right, see you guys again in a year and a half, which might not be the great. Like, I want a resolution to something. I want either Cooper to be reunited with his family. I want a decision to be made about Hank. I want us to learn something about the past, whether that be Barbara dropped the bombs, or Mr. House did this thing, or, Maximus is going to do this thing now in present day. Like, we need a definitive ending for one of those storylines to then set up the rest of the storylines going forward into season 3. I think that is how you craft the perfect ending, the perfect finale for this season without it feeling like, okay, this was just a bridging the gap season.
Yeah, I'm curious, because I do think you have to. I think like the Maximus stuff is where we're really going to have to lean. I just think like this episode kind of felt like the penultimate. Like, I think in another show, this is like the penultimate ending. Lucy's kidnapped. We've broken tides. Not for this show.
More like this honestly felt more like a mid-season finale.
I would say either mid-season or penultimate.
Like in classic TV, this would have been like episode 13, which leads into like back at. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess it's just like I meant like in the streaming era of shows. This feels like where we're leading up, and then the finale is like her in the bunker, and they're going against each other, and he comes back, and I don't know, but I'm curious. I bet it's gonna be it's gonna be good. I don't really have much of a doubt that they're gonna drop the ball or anything like that.
Oh yeah. No, again, I think this one's gonna end very, very strong if it continues the momentum that we've had all season long. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it. Keep it nice and tight there under 2.5 hours. Anything else that you guys wanted to mention before we go ahead and wrap things up here?
What was it? This is like unrelated to any of those things. But I
unrelated to anything. Yeah. Go for it.
Roger Allers, I think was his name, co-director of Lion King, passed away.
I saw that
this week. So as the resident Lion King fanatic, I thought I would throw that up. Rest in peace.
Okay.
Made a lot. It's involved in Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, a lot of Open Season, a lot of indie animated movies as well. So shout out to him. Thank you for his contributions to the universe and my favorite. Yes.
Did you guys say Happy Martin Luther King Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Are we gonna get an Avengers Doomsday teaser tomorrow? Is that what's happening? Or a story? A story. I don't know.
That pissed me off. Where it's like it's not actually a trailer or a teaser; it's a clue, and it's like, okay, it can be a clue, but it's also a teaser. It's clearly still a teaser can be a clue. I don't know. That was weird for me. I don't know. I kind of think.
I'm over it, dude. I'm over it. Just wake me up when the trailer comes out. I don't care anymore, dude. I don't care.
I'm loving these weekly trailers.
That live stream is still going.
The Doomsday Clock.
It's going for a whole year, man. It's gonna be a 24/7 live stream. I think that's awesome. I think that's sick as hell. I think that's great, Mark. I think that's great.
Yo, that is one way to rack up watch time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, every time I look, there's 2,000 people watching. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's great.
Jeffrey, what's your source?
You know what? I think it has to come out this month because all the rumor mill posts I've been seeing is they're doing their predictions for the Super Bowl and what trailers we're gonna get there. And no one is saying Spider-Man. No one is saying Spider-Man, which makes me think maybe they're not saying Spider-Man because it's coming out before the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I hope.
I'm thinking the Super Bowl.
Have they ever done two big trailers at the Super Bowl? I know that it's been I think there was a Marvel and a Star Wars trailer at the Super Bowl before, but Marvel, not two big Marvel ones.
That's the thing. It would be Disney and Sony, they're different distributors, so they could do them both at once.
Infinity War
I don't think they should.
Infinity War and Solo, I think they put out teasers one year, which was interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think to me, I'm expecting, or at least what I need, I need a Mandalorian Grogu trailer.
Mhm.
I need a teaser for the Cliff Booth movie.
Mhm.
That's coming out in the summer.
The series.
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Oh, it is a movie.
Yeah.
I
It's a
don't know why I
Netflix
thought it
movie.
was a series.
Yeah.
No, it's a movie.
Okay.
And what else? It'd be nice if we got an X-Men 97 teaser or a Mall Shadow Lord teaser. That's what I would.
Yeah.
That's all I would need right now.
Do you think maybe they'll give us a Clayface trailer?
No. James Gunn said today that it's nowhere near the trailer stage.
There you go.
Well, that's still a month away though, or not a month, like a few weeks.
1, 2, 3 weeks away.
It seems like they're not even in the stage of the like editing bay stage. So I'm going to say no to that.
Well, I mean, he could be not lying, and we get a teaser, not a trailer.
I think they would get. I think we'd get another Supergirl trailer before we'd get a
Yeah.
Clayface
Yes. Yeah.
When we get closer to Supergirl, and then they'll drop the Clayface one. I think.
I think Mandalorian is smart. I think Avengers is smart. I think Toy Story 5 is smart.
Lanterns.
Do they typically do TV spots at Super Bowl though?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It'd be stupid if they didn't. You're watching on TV, like.
I think Moana
Fallout-
would make sense.
Fallout 3 and New Vegas remaster trailer. No, maybe.
Yeah.
All
Maybe
right.
another Resident Evil trailer or something too.
The movie comes out in a week or two, doesn't it? Oh no,
The game. Yeah. The game comes out end of February. I think the 27th, I believe.
I will say we need a date. They need to just like give us the
GTA
goddamn-
6 trailer.
GTA. No.
At this point, I don't even care when Lanterns is. Just give me like a concrete month. Just be like, it's August. And I feel like, okay, I'm marking it
Yeah.
down as August.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's because, man, I think it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting because I want to watch the opening act with Green Day and then watch Bad Bunny, and then I'm like, all right, am I gonna live stream after that game or no? Because that same Sunday,
Yeah.
a Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode drops. So I'm like,
I think.
unless they pivot, I'm like,
I think.
I mean, I think it's gonna have to be a game time decision, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
I think so.
I think not. Yeah, because we're a couple of weeks out, but I do think we're gonna have to talk to the boys and be like, all right, who's streaming? Someone's streaming this.
Somebody should
do it.
stream it. Yeah.
Where are we going? Which home
Yes.
base? And I do think that's kind of the like where we're at, like, you know, in our channels at this point. It's not
4
if we're
hours.
playing a game. It's not if we're playing the big game. It's where are we playing the game at, and where are we
Yeah.
all tweeting from? Or we
Yeah.
could do it where we're all doing it at the same time, and we're like doing the co-stream thing where we can all just do it, you know, streaming from across all the channels. That's a nice feature that
Everybody's solo streaming, and then we're looking at watching other people's reactions while you're streaming.
no. Like StreamYard has the feature where you can like connect all the streams, so it's like it's the same stream, but it's being streamed across all the
to
channels.
your audience.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Ooh, that's cool.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we don't do that more. Like we like do some of this footage together all the time. I'm like, let's just fucking like double dip and just have it all be on all the channels.
I mean, that's honestly that's the way to go now. Is like that's how that's content now.
yeah.
Is you have a stream and then you have long form videos from that stream, then you have short form videos from that stream, and you've got content for the week.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to wrap us up here, Taz?
Yeah, so that pretty much does it. Darren, thank you so much for letting me take the reins today for hosting for you while you were not feeling as well. I think we had a pretty great show tonight. Thank you, chat, for showing up, for asking tons of questions. Thank you for being here. Ronan, thank you for jumping in and hanging out and chatting with us here towards the back portion of the stream. Let's do what Darren normally does. Tell us what you're working on. Ronan, anything new, fun, interesting coming out on the channel soon?
Ton of coverage for Night of the Seven Kingdoms, prepping stuff for anime drops, and then I might do a review for the novel. And then what else? Damn, I'm already forgetting what I'm doing, and so much shit going on. Don't be surprised if you see some coverage for Wonder Man in about a week or two.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's coming
We're
out.
there, yeah.
Did a review for the All You Need Is Kill anime movie that's out. Go watch that. I did reactions to the Avengers Doomsday teasers, a recommendation of X-Men books to read, and then somehow I got to manage it right. Me and fellow friend Lance are covering rewatching The Mandalorian as a road to the Mando and Grogu movie. So be on the lookout for that stuff. And again,
Very
subscribe.
nice. Awesome. Darren, what are you working on? Anything fun coming out? What's your channel actually? Like where can people find you?
Well, I mean, firstly, again, thank you so much for having me. This has been my dream to be on this channel, particularly. I think this channel is honestly the best channel on YouTube. It's super awesome. So thanks for having me involved. Content's weird this week. I haven't been able to film. I had I pipeline planned with a guest last week. I had to cancel. We'll see how things work out this week. I want to get something out for next Thursday, but I haven't been able to film anything this week. So this Thursday, we have a long compilation coming out for Pipeline 2025. I compiled almost all of the interview Creator Spotlight segments I did in 2025. It's like a 7-hour video that will be going up on Thursday.
Nice.
Kind of keep the algorithm alive. I want to try not to skip a day in 2026. So just kind of keeping that momentum going. Some really good interviews in there. I mean, you did your interview segment, Tazz, Ronan, so many incredible creators I had on in 2025 that told their stories, had so many like inspirational moments and things that like I'm like cutting this together, and I'm like so many cool stories were told this year, and I'm so happy the way it all turned out. So
it's awesome.
That'll be out Thursday. We should be back next week after the credits. I am hopefully fully back to normal. If I'm not, I'll be crying. I don't want to miss out on another week. But Fallout episode 6, we'll be doing Percy Jackson finale time. Anything else we managed to find to talk about as well? I don't know. I'm kind of into like we kind of stopped doing news stories over in Pipeline just because it kind of cut the like transition of some of the things. So maybe I'll move it back to your Tazz, and it'll be a full circle moment what OG Pipeline used to be. Not to the amount we talked about this week, but maybe every week we'll do maybe one or two.
Yeah, just a couple new segments and stuff. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, awesome. Again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you, chat, again for showing up. We will see you guys same bat time, same bat channel next week. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream.